See what I got here, Brian? Let's go to a match.
No fucking match. I'm not finished yet.
You think this is over? You think I've forgotten this?
I never fucking meant for you to get hurt.
That piece of shit that you brought on here?
Wait till I get my hands on him. Oh, wait, let me explain something to you before you go overboard here. We disagree about a lot of things, but I never meant for him to do that to you. He just went overboard.
Oh, yeah.
And he apologized.
I don't believe you dickhead.
I don't believe what you say anymore, Brian.
How do you want me to prove it to you?
There's no way
And
you
give me
can
my
prove
fucking phone.
You say give it a rest. We say give it the abdominal stretch. No need to be stressed. Take a play off abdominal stretch. Rope for leverage. Have a beverage. Hope the ref doesn't check. Abdominal stretch. Stay awake, bro. I'm Waco. I'm David Koresh. Why the hate, bro? Let's work slow. Abdominal stretch. Gut feeling, hedging our bets. 5 aces and decks. DiBiase the checks. The abdominal stretch.
Hello.
Also like that you slouch down and for that.
I've been here for a fucking hour. Hey, welcome back to the Abdominal Stretch. This is the podcast by the guys that podcast about professional wrestling, but don't always watch the professional wrestling that they podcast about. My name is Nathan S. Skill. That is Pablo Romero Estevez, the CEO of the Deeper Issues. That is Pump 61 in the crane position. And we've got a fourth man today, guys. We've got Bobby, the producer. Pablo was so bad last week.
Yeah.
He was so bad with the technical issues that we fired him as the producer, rehired him as a host, and brought in fucking Bobby. It's already on it. This is already great. Yeah, last week we did not plug into the Ethernet cable, so that was a problem.
Yeah. I think the quote was, we looked like a real
It was like a 1999
real
chat
player.
room.
Yeah.
A real player.
Yeah, I remember real player.
But yeah, and also, you know, we're a little late today, but we were working out those technical difficulties so that you guys don't have to deal with them. Pumps, you were looking like an astronaut that it was just rescued in the middle of the ocean.
You did.
Yes, we've crash landed here in this landlocked state.
Pumps, how was your week, bud?
You know, pretty uneventful. Living the dream. Still unemployed, baby.
Fun employed, I think is the term. You're fun employed.
That's
No,
a great
just
way to think about it.
Yeah.
Fun employed. I've never heard that. Are you actively trying to seek employment?
If my wife is watching, yes. Yes, I am. Every day.
Every day you're on LinkedIn.
Burning up those phones, baby.
Are you
So many resumes out right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get booked, brother.
Right.
Are you staying in the pest control space?
Probably, but that's just because it's easy for me to get a job.
Oh, there it is. There's the Malibu kid.
Bobby with the sound effects right now. Coming in hot on that one.
We're fucking doing it, dude. We are so next level now, dude.
Hey, this is what you complain about all the time. You're like, I wish we had a
it's
producer.
college softball season.
It's what?
So, yeah. It's college softball season.
What the fuck does that mean?
Means I can watch big butts tight pants.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Welcome to the Abdominal Stretch.
Welcome to the
everybody.
Abdominal Stretch, where we look forward to pro women's softball season. College women's softball.
You got it right.
That is good, Pumps. I appreciate you supporting.
Dude, roller derby, women's college softball. Pumps is he's on top of the feminist movement.
That's right.
On top of it.
Pablo, how was your week, sir?
Good, productive. A lot of good stuff happened this week, I would say.
All right.
Got some irons in the fire, still still getting hot. And yeah, and I got Bobby to wake up before 11 a.m. Although you probably could have woken up later now with all the technical issues we had. Johnny California in the chat, by the way.
Johnny California, love
California.
California.
Bobby, you'll know him. He is Johnny California is the number one abdominal stretch watcher.
Yeah.
Love that guy. He also sold cocaine to Gangrel at the Viper Room once.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly sold the
That's the story, brother.
So go on, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, just eventful. Had a lot of things, I guess, happening with the Deep Issues Nerdcast on top of us starting a new show.
Yes.
I had a pretty fun stream on Wednesday. I can't really talk about all the other little things, but progress, things are moving along.
Your stream on Wednesday, you guys were talking about horror films, like
we were talking about misunderstood things that have contributed to like the toxic male culture, films like Fight Club, Scarface. Because everybody like loves like Tony Montana.
Films.
They're like, oh, Scarface, Tony Montana, if you're a hustler like him,
yeah.
like you could get what you want. It's like, did you guys miss the part where he like marginalized all the people and went insane from a cocaine overdose and got himself killed? Like
that sounds like how I'm gonna go out.
Yeah. Tony Montana style.
I don't see the problem.
Yeah, but well,
yeah, what are we even talking about?
There's a reason I wasn't invited on that show because I'd have been the other way.
What's the problem here? And well, we discussed the American. There's an American Psycho comic, one of my favorite.
Yeah,
kind of dark.
They're
comedies.
gonna reboot it.
I know.
I'm not into
with
it.
Austin Butler.
Why?
I don't know. And the worst part, I'll tell you, the worst part about that is the director of that, Mary Herron. She was a female director. She had a female screenwriter, and it helped kind of neutralize. And we discussed that, like kind of because the book's obviously not misogynistic, but it's a comment like critique on male.
Yeah, he's a piece
toxicity.
of shit.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like obviously like an extreme version of it. But the new director, I think, is like a male director, which kind of I think defeats a little bit of the purpose of the original. I don't know. Don't touch it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not one of those things like I don't even know how you do it. Like, I mean, they reboot fucking everything and redo things, which is fine. Like, I don't know if this is a good example or not, but
like how we rebooted this.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, with Bobby.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
We're hypocrites.
Glass houses. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Welcome to a show about wrestling where we don't talk about wrestling for the first 45 minutes. Anyway, so like take Cape Fear, for example. Cape Fear was a movie in the 60s, I think late 60s, with Robert Meacham.
Yeah.
Robert Meacham was the Max Cady character. And it's fucking fantastic. It's really worth a watch. And then Scorsese does it 30 years later, and it's the same story, but it's obviously very different in how it's shot and come across. I don't really see how you do that with American Psycho. Does that make sense?
What's the one they rebooted with Marky Mark back in the 90s?
Planet of the Apes?
That wasn't
No, it was like one of those Cape Fear.
Oh, it was just called Fear, where he was fingered the chick on the roller coaster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I lost my V card to that movie.
Welcome.
Where's the
Stretch.
Pumps. I lost my V card to the song that plays when he's finger blasting Alicia. What was it? It was Alicia Silverstone. Can I say finger blast?
Yeah, this is wild.
I lost my V card to that song. That song, Bush Come Down.
Yeah, Pumps back.
So we're somehow like, what's the term? What's the
Eskimo Brothers?
Eskimo.
You guys are...
I don't think you can say that anymore.
Well, we're not discussing it about
Indigenous ice boat.
Oh. I thought you were
Bobby, have you even seen the film we're talking about?
No.
He wasn't alive.
love it. Bobby's our
What film?
Fear.
No.
Yeah, no, fuck no. He was like, nah, fuck. He's like, I'll wait till they reboot it with Tobey Maguire.
Bobby's our
Yeah.
he's our Gen Z.
Yeah, Bobby's
insight.
he's our boots on the ground
Mhm.
young person.
Yeah, he is. It's official.
He's a young.
Young. All right, well, fuck Fear, right? I mean, this might have to be the name of the episode. It might be Finger Blasted Bush Fear.
Finger blasted Alicia Silverstone.
When you say you lost your V card to that movie, does that mean it was in the theater
Oh my goodness, Pop.
No, it was in my downstairs at my mother's house.
and it was on VHS or DVD?
Come on now.
It's
Don't insult me. DVDs came out in the 2000s. I've been laying pipes since the 90s, boy.
oh, wow. Now you guys
Pablo, is there anything else to report from your week, sir?
know. Aside,
Yeah, top that.
Being
Fuck, I can't. I have something to say, and it's not going to be anywhere close to. I lost my V card to Fear, and then Pablo one-upping you with I lost my V card to the song from Fear.
Yeah, because I think that song
Right.
exclusive for the movie.
It probably was.
Yeah,
That was when they would do like songs for the films. Like what was the Aerosmith one for
Armageddon.
I
yeah.
want to close my
Oh my god, I wrote the lyrics down to that song and sent it to a girl once.
Yeah, of course. That Bush song was on like every playlist for
That
just,
you
like-
had in
like-
your bedroom.
for like 10
Yeah,
years.
it was.
I was like, this is the song.
Baby, I made you a mixtape. It's this Bush song 17 times in a row.
This is the one. Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. It's a good
Anything
song.
else to report, sir?
No, that's it. Sorry. That's
My week. Thanks for asking, Bobby.
Oh,
How was your week?
Thanks, Bobby. I appreciate you, dog.
Bobby's
care.
the only one that's gonna ask now.
That's funny. See,
But now I'll let you know, Bobby. From now on, don't ask him how his week was.
Ever.
Life's lifing. I went to the First Responders Jelly Roll concert,
Oh yeah.
which was very cool. So Jelly Roll did a show for just the firemen and police officers at the Rose Bowl.
You are neither of those. How are you there?
Snuck in.
Abdominal stretch credentials.
Wow. That must be it.
We're going big time.
Two of my best friends are firefighters. My best friend since junior high is a battalion chief in Pasadena, and my other best friend from high school is an engineer for LA County. So they gave tickets to their friends and family. I land in both those categories.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm only child. So those guys are like my brothers. We've grown up together forever. So they ended up scoring me and my wife tickets. And so we all went together, and it was at the Rose Bowl. It was about 15,000 people. So they had it cut off, you know, halfway or whatever. And goddamn, I love me some Jelly Roll.
He's good, dude.
His album last year, I don't know if it's because it connects with me and what, you know, I'm dealing with at this stage of my life, but god damn, that's a good record.
You're saying Jelly Roll is dad rap.
Your southern drug dealer ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's just dog. My man is fighting demons.
He really is.
That church is down the street.
Really?
Yeah, he grew up in Antioch.
No, I know. I'm just saying I didn't know it was down the street. I can't believe I've been to Nashville 3 times and you never even taken me there. And you know how much I
Because
love
nobody
Jelly Roll.
gave two shits about Jelly Roll.
Anyway, so it was Jelly Roll and friends. And the rumor was Post Malone was going to come out, which I could care less, but he never ended up coming out. But now I might be dating myself. He brought out Public Enemy, Flava Flav, and Chuck D. Okay? I'm like, dope. They go into 911 as a joke.
That's probably not great.
One of their biggest hits. 911 is a joke. For a crowd of 15,000
Cop.
cops and firefighters.
That's maybe, yeah.
And I was, when he was trying to do that, I went, whoa, this is an aggressive song choice. Get down. 911 is a joke in your town. And then they'd be like, shout out to all the first responders. Thank you for saving it.
Right. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
It was lost on a lot of people because they were younger. And Flava Flav, when the hook came, absolutely downplayed the joke is your turn. Like he was just kind of mumbling through the hook because I think he got it. But it was the irony was hysterical to probably me and 12 other people at a 15,000. They also played Fight the Power for a country crowd, which was also very funny.
Fight the power.
Yeah, right.
The part where they say Elvis was a racist or whatever. He's like, fuck him and John Wayne.
1,000,000% they said that.
He didn't recognize their audience, I want to say. I want to say they weren't aware that maybe that's not. Yeah,
it was.
Was the crowd? Well, were they like into it or were they?
They came out like an hour into the show, so I think everybody was toasty.
Okay, so
and I also don't think that. I mean, I'm 44, going to be 45, so like. I want to say the crowd was probably somewhere between 30 and 40, so I think those songs might have missed them. So I don't really know that they knew what they were saying outside of it was just a rap act. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess.
I listen to Nate's music.
I like that. Good job, Pumps. Good dig early in the show.
You didn't like that one, huh?
Oh no, nobody likes to make fun of my own music more than me. Trust me.
Facts.
Yeah. Went to couples therapy this week.
Oh man, I've been to those. I mean, that's good. That's healthy.
It was an interesting hour and a half.
Is Nathan crying for?
Yeah, exactly. Other than that, everything is all good. Bobby, would you like a donut, sir?
Sure, I'll take a donut.
Come over here and get a donut, bud.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We're sponsored by Winchell's.
We're Winchell's.
Winchell's is a.
Damn.
Get in there, bud. All right. What'd you choose?
Is that the one from the movies?
He chose a
sprinkled
he
like
chose
a
rainbow
sprinkled
sprinkled donut.
That's not an adult donut. But everybody knows.
That was a test, Bobby.
That is that is clearly a child's
was a
donut.
test.
My 5 and 6-year-old also picked a sprinkled donut.
Oh shit.
Bobby, how was your week?
Decent week. Fucked up my foot.
Yeah, I saw that. You were doing Achilles stretches in her earlier.
I was.
Yeah, that was just for the show. That had nothing to do with it. He was warming up.
He was trying to show us, like, he was trying to show off his flexibility.
Yeah. We get it. You're young and flexible.
So yeah, Bobby, welcome to the show, man. We hope that you can join us whenever you can.
Cool.
You are also a wrestling fan, and that helps. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble happened, guys.
It did.
It did. What happened?
Oh man. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up a graphic.
Yes, the Royal Rumble happened. The women's Royal Rumble was won by Charlotte Flair.
All right, here we go. Bam. Oh, look at that. Oh.
Pumps, you watched the Royal Rumble, right?
Sure did.
How did you feel about the women's Rumble?
I mean, I think if Twin Fusion Society or whatever was an AEW act, shit all over it.
Who's Twin Fusion Society? I didn't watch
I don't
the
know.
Women's Rumble.
You what?
I didn't watch the Women's Rumble.
Yeah.
Of course you did it. Of course you did it.
I knew that would start the show, so I knew I didn't have to start the Royal Rumble till 5.
You're talking about
Right.
Pure Fusion Society, Pure Fusion Collective.
Yeah, them too.
So funny. I don't know if we're jumping ahead. Apparently, Sonya Deville, amongst a bunch of other wrestlers, got released. Yeah. Wait, was that your favorite
Well,
part?
she's not released. They're just not renewing her contract.
That's what it is. Which means she's getting released.
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't watch any of the women's. This was happening.
I did.
I was at the Jelly
I was
Roll
leading
concert.
into
Don't
my
lie,
gimmick.
Nathan.
I watched the women's
You didn't
rumble.
watch
okay,
the women's
guys?
rumble.
All right. I maybe fast forwarded through some parts and was doing the dishes during others.
What was your favorite part? What was your favorite part of the women's rumble?
Nikki Bella.
Yeah, it's so funny because we were like discussing like the surprise and Universal. Well, good thing we didn't get all the spoilers from Universal, which I feel like I wish we would have seen if he was spot on. Because
I was trying.
I'll tell you, no, you were.
That was such an aggressive, weird way to kick off our first show with some random person saying he's like an inside fucking CIA member of the WWE.
I want him back. Well, he just said he was at the
walkthrough.
At the walkthrough, yeah.
What if that's Cedric Alexander?
What if Cedric Alexander just?
Well, he's not going to be there much longer.
That's what I'm saying. What if it was Cedric and he knew? And he was like, this is the fucking wrestling podcast, and I'm going to release all the spoilers on it. We were like, dude, just keep it quiet.
Can we just say, since we're on the topic, by the way, Charlotte Flair has had one eventful week, it seems like.
Me and Charlotte Flair got a lot in common.
So she wins the Rumble, right? She goes, pumps. Pump, you watched NXT, right? Was she
sure.
Was she on NXT TV? Was she on NXT TV because she said she was going to scout Julia or whatever?
Yeah, she did.
How was that interaction? Because I didn't watch NXT.
I just saw the clips. It was Charlotte doing her non-committal half-ass heel stuff.
Yeah, because it seems like they were bringing her back as a baby face.
She got fucking. I mean, this is like we're gonna jump around. Fuck it.
It's still on topic. I took notes.
No. It is on topic, but I'm saying like I wanted to talk about this too since we're talking about Charlotte. Might as well. He got booed the shit out of fucking Raw.
But I didn't hate it. I think I even took notes on that because she did because the crowd reacted pretty negatively but she didn't it didn't throw her off, which I really dug.
Right.
She leaned into
I agree.
it.
She's a pro. She navigated the waters, but she definitely didn't expect to be booed like that.
No, I don't think anybody did. They were expecting her to be like the baby face coming back.
They wanted her to be Triple H at the Rumble. What is that? 01?
Yeah.
When he had the leather jacket and the denim jacket.
Yeah, her outfit was not as well. It'll be memorable. Who knows? Maybe it'll go down. She had here, I actually have that image. And you're right. It looks like, and not knocking
a different person.
Not knocking it. She did have a little bit of work done on her nose.
A little bit.
She I don't know all the details of how fillers and Botox and that stuff works. I'm assuming some of that is
not a little bit.
And I'm not. But there's in this image that I pulled noticeably because her nose looks like her dad's nose, right? And I never thought it was unattractive. She's attractive then. She's attractive now. Whatever makes you feel good. China, California says Sonya was a DEI hire.
Carmen.
Sorry. But yeah, so she has this yellow suit on, like she's in a Missy Elliott video.
Agreed.
I guess memorable. I think she looked great. I loved it. I think I took notes. I said Charlotte sounded like her daddy, and in a good way.
Right, because Flair always worked better as a heel.
Yeah, well, exactly. And I think she's knows now. And
her daddy. I mean,
she pivoted on the spot. She said some people are going to boo me, and even on SmackDown, she even said it. She's like, if I hear boos, if I hear cheers. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like money. And I'm like, fuck yeah, Charlotte, you're right. So But it was funny because as soon as she leaned into the booze, the crowd instantly,
Of course,
Cheered her
because they're
again.
dummies.
yeah, fickle.
I love
Just
it.
like Daniel Bryan says. But the nose job, in my opinion, makes her look like Medusa.
Every time she goes away and comes back, she looks different. Every time.
Yeah. I mean, I think she looks great.
No, you don't.
No, I do. I do.
No,
think
you
she looks
don't.
Great. Yeah, I do. Yeah,
No,
I
you're
do.
not.
Yeah, I think she looks fantastic. Dude. This is 10 out of 10. Who am I to say but try to?
Well, Andrade doesn't think so.
Oh,
No, she filed.
she filed. Yeah, I think
Oh, did she?
yeah, she's the one that. Oh man, I took
Fuck, we have more in common than you'd think.
I have a thing. It says so. Okay, so this is interesting. Not to dive into Charlotte Flair's love life. 2010, she married Ricky Johnson, that
Mhm.
filed for divorce after 3 years.
Ricky
because-
the Steamboat Johnson.
This is from cringy wrestling stuff, by the way.
Ricky Starks?
An
Sounds
absolute,
reliable.
an absolute,
Sounds reliable.
absolute powerhouse in the reliable source industry.
I have no idea if
Pillar of journalistic integrity.
yeah, we're not
What's their name again?
cringy wrestling stuff. Oh, or so there's another one called Wrestling is My DNA. I don't know
Uh-huh.
the truth. This is just what I read on the
Yeah.
internet.
Mhm.
May not have any truth to it. I'm not a journalist. I'm just a fan. So she
I'm a journalist.
So she filed for divorce after 3 years because Ricky allegedly treated her bad. I don't know why they put allegedly in there because she claimed that Ricky treated her bad. 2013, Charlotte got married to Bram. I don't know who Bram is.
Bram was a wrestler.
Oh, okay.
He was in NXT for a minute.
And then she filed for divorce in 2015, so 2 years later.
Mm-hmm.
This is the part that's sketchy to me. That says in 2016 she developed feelings for Alberto Del Rio, but he was dating Paige.
Bro,
at the time.
cringy wrestling knows, dude. You're
I
good.
don't fucking know. I don't know. This was all fucking
Developed
Turkey
feelings,
guys.
bro. Everything on
That's where Universal gets their information from.
everything on this list is just like a vague, one-sided. He
yeah.
was treating her badly. She developed feelings.
and then in 2019 she started dating Andrade, married him in 2022, and now
Mhm.
she filed for divorce. And once more, I mean, I don't know.
Let me tell you what
she's a
happened.
player, baby.
Let me tell you what
Woo!
happened. That marriage was working because Andrade was on the other show.
Oh, you think now that she's
Well, because they weren't together. So they're, you listen, I mean, it's like being married in like the movie industry, right? Like you're hanging out for a couple months and then you guys got to separate and go do other things for a few months. You don't see each other that often. They brought Andrade back. All of a sudden, they're on the road together every day and it doesn't work out.
also Andrade doesn't. I don't know what the level of Charlotte Flair's Spanish, but Andrade and her seemed like they had a pretty intense language barrier between them.
I thought the same.
So I would imagine that their relationship was very physical. And I don't know. I guess I don't.
And then they had to be together in a car driving to fucking Tuscaloosa.
Well, I have a theory and no actual.
Roll Tide.
Tag.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she's having. I think she's hooking up with AJ Styles.
What?
Out of left
You
field.
heard it here on the Abdominal
Yeah.
Stretch.
I don't know why
Charlotte Flair and AJ Styles.
There was a. I remember there were. I don't know if there was like a mixed tag thing.
Yeah, there was.
With AJ Styles and Charlotte were like on. There was like a ongoing like internet series, right? And I remember watching like the AJ Styles Charlotte Flair like interviews.
Wait, that wasn't a joke. This is what you really think?
No, I do. And there was a drive. They did like a drive along episode where they're on the road together, and their chemistry. Their chemistry. The tension was.
AJ can't get into heaven if he gets divorced.
The tension was palpable, brother.
You think AJ's having some Charlotte days?
Man, I have no basis aside from what I saw on the show, but you know, I don't know. I was like, they seemed a little. They were like very connected, or maybe there's just I don't know wishful thinking or something. Like, I don't know.
Is this the Braun
want AJ
Strowman
Styles to get
elected list
divorced?
thing?
He's on there. I don't know any of them personally. I'm just saying that it seemed like from that.
Pablo is so the heel on the show now. It's not even me anymore. All the heat's off of me, dude.
Sorry, I just scratch that. Let's just.
We had so Charlotte won, and we assume she is going to challenge Rhea,
I hope.
right?
That's
the goal, I would assume.
That's the most interesting thing to me from what I saw with, because like it seems like Nia is still kind of married to Tiffy in a way. And then yeah, dude, I feel like Rhea and Charlotte is the natural story. She hadn't picked, but it's like,
I mean, they're the best workers, or I mean,
absolutely
top-notch workers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's true. Like whether you love or hate the fact that Charlotte Flair won, she really is the standard in the women's.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No one's saying that.
I want to see Tiffy Stratton also after. This was my favorite part of the Rumble, of the women's Rumble, anyways. Trish Stratus, baby. Look at that 2000 to 2005. I feel like Trish Stratus,
she has not aged
like a fine wine.
Absolutely.
She looked and she looked good in the ring, like better than she has in the past.
Have we had a female retirement match?
No, but I Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus makes so much sense to me, but once more, just fantasy booking here.
But you know what I'm saying though? Like we haven't had like an iconic
Tiffy to
an iconic women's
Trish.
wrestler, like how Flair had that thing with HBK. Now he came back, whatever. But like these retirement matches that are like big with like older wrestlers now, we haven't had a female one, and I think that would be a cool WrestleMania moment, maybe if Trish was like, "This is my last match." You know what I'm saying? Like
Trish looks like she can wrestle for another 30
She does.
years.
I'm not saying it has to be her. I mean, is it Gail Kim?
Somebody needs to retire Lita.
You know, Lita. Yeah, exactly.
I think she's retired.
I think there's money in a women's Hall of Fame, wrestlers last match. I think that's cool. I think that's a thing that nobody's really done yet.
I agree.
Pumps, what do you think?
I can't wait for you to fast forward through it.
Me neither. Tag team match of the Royal Rumble. We had DIY in a 2 out of 3 falls match versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Oh, wait, Bobby, did you have any comments? Bobby, you can chime in.
On what match?
On the
all the look on Bobby's face, it seems like Bobby is.
I didn't watch
all the women stuff. I had to get out of all the women stuff. I had to get out of the way early in the show so that we can keep it going.
To be fair, I didn't watch much of that match.
My man, Bobby's tired.
Wow.
I didn't watch much.
I knew I liked the cut of your jib.
2 of you now.
The crowd sucked for this match. For DIY and Motor City Machine Guns, they didn't give a shit.
Well, they just watched the hour and 15 of a Rumble.
I know. I felt bad because I was really looking forward to that match.
Yeah, it was a buffer match,
and it was 2 out of 3 falls, and it was like they're 2 historically, classically amazing tag match. And they were working their ass off, and it's just the spots weren't hitting with the crowd, and I find myself feeling bad for them because that match was better than you would think it was if you just were watching it from a crowd reaction.
It wasn't a bad match.
No, it wasn't a classic, but it was good.
It was good. The guys can all work. I'll say this: I don't think it belonged on the show.
No, it should have been on the pre-show.
It should have been on SmackDown, brother. It should have been a thing, right? Like I think all those. I'm not a huge DIY guy. I know those. That's like Triple H's little babies. And I also have the graphic, by the way, if you guys are wondering why there's a yellow rectangles, because I don't understand this weird fucking Photoshop job that happened here with with whatever's happening with Johnny Gargano or Johnny Wrestling's face.
Is he does maybe Johnny Wrestling start to have the Shawn Michaels eye? So they were they fixed it.
The old Shawn Michaels googly eye. I don't know. But yeah. It's I didn't think because it was a wash. It wasn't even like a full match. Like the Street Profits came out, and
which is hysterical. The Street Profits turned heel, and I'm like, they've kind of been heel.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, exactly.
Now let me tell you what, and this is not going to surprise Pumps one iota.
Oh god.
Let's get the heel Street Profits and the heel New Day together
This guy.
and have a new Nation of Domination. I will forever champion a new Nation of Domination, and now we have 2 black heel tag teams. Bring them together.
Well, you technically have that in the Hurt Business. You watched AEW. I mean, that's they're the new Nation of Domination, and now Cedric
They're not the new Nation
Alexander.
of Domination.
Cedric Alexander is.
I know they're not the new Nation of Domination. Fucking MVP's in a suit. Like I want like militant.
What do you have against Black Excellence?
I want
brother?
militant.
Oh, you want
Yeah.
Black Panthers?
Yeah,
In February?
I need them all to pull up.
February.
Homie. Bro, the Street Profits of the New Day, and then Cody turns heel and starts to lead the faction because he ended racism.
Oh,
Dude, he's the Owen Hart of the new nation. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go, bro.
Yeah, I like them individually. I even took notes.
Montez Ford every day has to go. God, I hope Dawkins gets hurt so that I can become a single.
Dude, he's a little long overdue for that. I think
way overdue.
If old Vinnie Mac was still in charge, that probably would have happened at this point. Triple H likes to let things play out a little bit, and I think they have faith in Angelo Dawkins. But
he's not Montez Ford, bro.
He's not. All. Montez Ford's a freaking single superstar.
If they separated, Dawkins would be released in a year.
I will. He's a big Marty Jannetty.
He's what's his face from the fucking what was the rap group with B Fab and
Street Profit. Not Street Profit. Hit Row.
Hit Row. He's old boy from Hit Row.
That's messed up. That's funny.
What Hidden Treasures guy that I got heat with?
You have heat with him, brother?
Do you have heat?
Yeah, he hosted Hidden Treasure.
Oh, that's right.
That bullshit work of a show.
Where's the crutches? You want the crutches, Paul?
They're over there. You want me to get them?
Pumps has the Triple H crutches from his quad, Bobby.
Oh, here he comes.
He has them, like the legit ones.
The actual
Triple
ones. H's crutches
with the FedEx slip.
How do you get those?
That says to Paul Levesque.
Ow.
He look, there they are. Look.
Oh my god.
Fell off the back of a truck, brother.
Yeah.
Look at that.
No, we left them in the hotel room.
Oh, there you go. Look. Yeah.
Wow. And how'd you come across those?
Don't worry about it.
I love that Pumps is on the TV, by the way.
Yeah, it's amazing. So Pumps is always telling the WWE that they can buy those from him for $100,000. Some light work.
How do we know those are
the
authentic ones?
Because the FedEx label is to Paul Levesque.
Oh, really?
Oh,
you got an official certificate of authenticity.
Yeah. The label is to Paul Levesque.
So on the Street Profits, I will say on SmackDown, they probably cut the best promo I've seen them cut ever. Whoever was in charge of that vignette promo this week on SmackDown. Oh, it was great for and even Angelo Dawkins looked great. His promo and everything was amazing. And I'm excited about so in this discussion, does the WWE need 2 tag titles? Because I kind of inventoried and I'm like, oh, the SmackDown tag team division looks pretty good. And then I inventoried. I'm like, oh, well, they really only have Los Garza's Pretty Deadly DIY. And
God damn it, you and Los Garza's, bro.
Dude, they're fucking money. And they're and if Camacho or what's his name, Tama Tonga gets healthy, they have Gorillas of Destiny, right? And then Raw has
Camacho.
Yeah, Camacho, baby. Tongaloa is Camacho.
That's his slave name. Pumps, you should like that.
You don't know about Camacho?
Oh no, the slave name is what the WWE gives them.
Well,
that's right.
Yeah. Also, Bobby, just so you know, Pablo or Pumps only refers to guys like what do you call LA Knight?
Eli Drake.
Eli Drake. He only refers to them as their original names. He doesn't respect their slave names. He calls them when he has to go to the WWE.
Yeah.
Sure don't.
We're gonna catch Bobby up on all of our inside jokes.
So you don't call Tongaloa Camacho? Because that's Tongaloa right there, dressed as a fake Mexican, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was introduced to him in New Japan. So, you know.
All right. Well, if they get healthy, they have Guerrillas of Destiny. Raw seems to have War Raiders, New Day, maybe Judgment Day. Who knows what's going on with them in the tag team? And I don't know where Anderson and Gallows are, the Good Brothers. I would say
hurt, right?
I think Anderson is hurt, but that'd be a really cool.
They're in the back, brother.
It'd be cool to mix them into the tag division, and then I guess you have the Creed brothers and Alpha Academy. I like them a lot, but that's not a huge selection of tag teams to where I feel like you need 2 tag team titles.
You do, for the simple fact
But there's a brand split.
not only the brand split, only one of them is on a non-streaming television show.
Yeah,
Now. So now,
yeah.
let's
That's
say you don't have Netflix and you're only
Yeah,
watching.
God forbid somebody can't see the SmackDown TV tag team champion.
well.
That'd be awful.
What's funny is it pumps his camera, even though not on the TV, is doing that weird staticky jump thing
Bro, he's broadcasting live from the fucking Technodrome.
from the under. Yeah.
It's Krang. It's the Krang position.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah.
then we had even though it's only February, what I like to call the match of the year, that fucking Kevin Owens Cody Rhodes fucking ladder match was fucking awesome.
oh, this is my graphic for it.
Pumps, I know you had to like that match.
Yeah, great.
It was really fucking good. Kevin Owens is
Beat the shit out of him.
not only that, he's
Holy
just
smokes.
he's fucking amazing.
He is amazing.
Like, body of work.
I agree.
Was he letting Cody get him the hard way over that eye?
No, he did that on the table.
I know, but it looked like he was then after that, like they were, because he had a black eye on Monday.
Yeah, dude. The reason why the way he landed that ladder freaking thing, that he landed on the corner of the ladder like Homer Simpson in this image.
Yeah.
That I like cringed. He beat the shit out. He Mick Foley'd himself on that one.
Yeah, and Cody's down for the get down as well.
So you told me to pull a video, which I did.
You didn't. That's okay.
I did, but there's a video on WWE's Instagram where they go through all the hard hits,
The spots, the high
the
spots.
spots, but they omitted that one. From that shot.
Oh, they did?
They omitted that.
Don't try this at home, brother.
Oh,
Yeah, like it was brutal. And then the imagery of Kevin Owens just covered in that blood at the end. Definitely. It was a hard match.
Yeah, he's KO is amazing in anything that he's involved in.
I had to get my kid out the room. He was trying to come in while I was watching. I'm like,
Really?
Yeah, I was like, this is you gotta go.
This is TV 14, little brother.
This
You gotta get out of here, little brother.
You gotta go, buddy.
Bobby, what'd you think of that match?
I thought that was the most insane bump I've seen
Yeah,
in years.
Yeah.
Of WWE.
Yeah.
it was. It's probably it'll like if you rank insane bumps of like Edge spearing Jeff Hardy, fucking Mankind
right.
twice, right? Like
yeah.
I'd put that up there, dude. I'd put that up there with
Yeah.
like top 5 most insane things I've seen.
And he's re-signed.
Kevin Owens?
Yeah.
Give him all the money, man.
No, they did because he had a some sort of tweet or whatever that said, hey, buy my daughter's Girl Scout cookies. Here's the link. If you do, I promise to wrestle for 4 more years, 22 days, and 36 hours.
Nice.
So, like, I think he was like doing like a wink and a nod to his contract length.
Give not only Kevin Owens, like if you think about his career at this point, he was the first
They
universal.
got to put a belt on him soon. The belt.
They got to put the belt
Because
on him
he's
soon.
always he's Mick Foley. It's like you said, he's always the
Yeah.
guy wrestling the guy because he's gonna give him top-notch promos, top-notch matches, emotion. He's going to give you all the things, but they got to reward him at some point soon, hopefully, and give him a little heel run.
Yeah, he not only that, he's very believable. He looks like he could beat the shit out of some people. You're right, his promos are fucking top-notch.
Dude, if he's being funny, if he's being serious, if he's being, dude, his shirts. I mean, I know we talked about it last week, but like, he's a fucking wrestler's wrestler, dude.
He is. He's a wrestling fans wrestler.
Yeah.
For sure.
Which title do you think he deserves?
The big one.
You think so? Off of Cody? Or Cody
Here's the
loses to
thing.
someone else?
Not now, because you got to get away from this Cody bloodline shit at some point. You have to start mixing it up a little bit. But the problem is that they burned this feud now. So it's going to be hard for KO and Cody to wrestle again in a feud in a year and a half. So maybe, like, I have a note too about with Jay winning. I guess we could just get into it now. So Jay Uso wins the Royal Rumble.
Yep. Yes, he did. I got it.
Awful choice.
Don't you?
Awful.
Pumps and Bobby are on the same team on this one. I like it.
I'm going to address the internet wrestling community in a minute. Go ahead, Nathan.
So I like it for a couple reasons. It shuts all the dumb marks up.
No, it doesn't.
On the internet who think they fucking know everything. Right? It makes it seem spontaneous again. Right? And assuming that Jay goes after Gunter, that elevates the world championship.
No, it doesn't.
We just had that a week ago.
What do you?
On Saturday Night Main
Right.
Event. And Jay lost clean.
He did lose clean, but that's what I'm saying. But that was such an important loss for him that he won the Royal Rumble and he's like, run it back.
I don't agree.
Can I say that? Can I say that?
Get off the fucking show.
Can I say that? And then this is a common thing within wrestling discussions. Rocky Balboa lost in that first movie. One of the greatest films ever made that's about combat sports. Rocky loses to Apollo Creed.
But nobody remembers that.
And nobody remembers that. And it makes Rocky 2, Rocky 3, all those things that much better. I don't know if you're on.
It allows them to create another main event without having the Royal Rumble have to be involved. Right? So if Jay goes after Gunter, now that it's separated into 2 days, which I know you hate, Pumps. Jay goes after Gunter. So now they can figure out what they're going to do with the main, with Cody, whether it's the Elimination Chamber with Cena, whatever, without being handcuffed to the Royal Rumble winner. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I mean, that just proves that your title is secondary.
No,
it's not secondary.
Do
because
that.
The Royal Rumble winner chose that title to go after, which
chose the secondary title.
It elevates it.
It's also the TV world title.
Not with that. Not with him.
Not with who?
Uso.
Why do you not like Gunter?
Yeah, don't you love?
I love Walter.
So then, wouldn't you say that his title is like the working man's world title?
Sure, but also it doesn't matter.
It does. Of course it matters. Oh, that doesn't matter, but the fucking 17,000 titles they have in fucking AEW and New Japan matter? You give a fuck if a guy wins the
said
never
that on
open
multiple
weight
occasions. They have
championship.
too many titles.
You care about a title where the guy is wrestling with no ropes.
I liked those matches.
And
that was Ring of Honor.
Did any of them challenge after winning the Royal Rumble?
Did any of them?
Ring of Honor never had a Rumble.
Then it doesn't matter, bro. If you win the Royal Rumble.
Last I checked,
Okay.
the Super Bowl is the biggest event in football, brother.
I'm not saying that the main belt isn't the belt.
I'm
saying that it makes the other belt more important if a Royal Rumble winner challenges for it.
How'd that work for Shinsuke?
This is a different
matter.
era.
It's a different era.
Yeah, you can't compare.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
All right, you can't because this is also and you know what? I read a comment
When
that,
Muhammad Vince McMahon, friend of the show. Oh God! Oh, I thought you were gonna.
oh, that almost happened. Yeah. No. Look, this makes sense. I don't understand why people are complaining that it doesn't make sense.
I don't either.
It helps drive story within the world. The Universal title, the WWE title picture, it'll drive story with Jey. Jey Uso is the number one merch seller. We went to that event, Bobby, right? We went to the January 6th Raw. That crowd was insane for Jey
Pablo
Uso.
took a guy that wasn't even on our show yet to the January 6th.
No, I didn't.
To the fucking,
Wow.
Actually, Bobby and I got
the insurrection.
Yeah, we got taken.
We got taken
to the insurrection into it dome.
Yeah.
January 6th.
Never forget, brother.
He is the most over superstar, dude. And not only
I
that,
agree. Super
organically become the most over superstar in the company. All of the kids were in those.
He
heat classes.
cried on Monday, and it got me in the feels.
Dude. Lest we
He
forget,
couldn't even get through that promo.
Because he was emotional.
He was doing Bubba Dudley ECW.
That's fucked up, man.
oh
My
God.
problem is he's not good on cutting promos. He's not the greatest wrestler in the ring.
Oh, I disagree.
He just has a gimmick. He's a gimmick wrestler.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
no, he is wrong.
He's serviceable in the ring, and I think his promos.
Look,
his moveset is super.
Yeah,
kick,
defend his
super
promos,
kick,
please.
yes, I
this
will
guy said
defend his
moveset.
promos.
We know how Phil Brooks feels about that.
super kick, spear,
But
shitty
kids
spear,
like 'em,
shitty
dog.
spear.
Who cares? The greatest
Frog
of all
splash.
time had 5 moves.
Yeah.
Okay. I will defend his promos. Jey Uso cut probably one of the greatest wrestling promos ever. Lest we forget, just about 2 years ago, the Sami Zayn honorary Us storyline. Do you remember the promo that Jey Uso cut on Sami, where they had Sami Zayn on trial, and he basically went into one of the most
Yeah.
dude when he was right hand
You
man.
mean the Bloodline, the greatest wrestling storyline of
Yeah.
all time? Looking at you, pumps.
The promo he cut about Sami Zayn being his brother was so emotionally driven. Jey Uso is the catalyst for the Bloodline story.
I agree.
Jey
100%.
Uso started the Bloodline story. That story
A
started. with
story
him
that
and
I
Roman.
don't give a shit
Well,
about.
because
It started. You're 100%.
You're not
when
invested
Jimmy
in
got a DUI.
yeah, he was injured.
Jimmy got a DUI.
Jimmy was injured.
And fucking then he had to be main event right hand man Jey Uso. Listen, I love this for him.
He cuts a great promo. He cuts a great promo. He's super over with the
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
does not.
Yes, he does. How does he not? He has real emotion behind it. Like all of his press conference when him and Cody won the tag titles, that was the most entertaining press conference.
He's a better
WWE's
promo
had.
than Will Ospreay.
with
Don't start.
10% of the talent.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
10% of the talent of Will Ospreay.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
That's folks.
No, look,
That's a running inside joke.
the Usos versus
play the fucking Ospreay fucking dick.
dang it, I don't have that many. The Usos versus the New Day was probably one of the greatest feuds in WWE history. The Usos in the
What?
yeah, dude. As far as tag teams, absolutely, it was a top-notch feud, and they would light it up, dude. They had banger after banger. Jay,
Oh my god.
and he is the number one merch seller in WWE. You have to think from a business standpoint. They look at those numbers. I was initially pissed, Pumps, because you had prophesized Logan Paul winning, and it came down, which nobody fucking saw coming, to Logan Paul, Jey Uso, and John Cena. And I was like, fuck, Pumps is right. He called this, and we're about to get Logan Paul winning the Royal Rumble. This is the worst thing since Vinnie Mac won it. And then Logan Paul got thrown out.
I was at the Royal Rumble that Vinnie Mac won
That was awful.
I feel bad for you.
in Anaheim.
Was that in
I
Anaheim?
was fucking front row, bro. I watched The Rock. I watched The Rock handcuff Mick Foley and give him fucking permanent brain damage.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Don't feel sorry for me.
Yeah, you were sitting next to Dewey.
I literally sat next to his wife and kids.
Oh my God.
I was in beyond the mat. You don't know who you're fucking with, Bobby.
No, but look, and then not just that. I feel like the drama, the way that final moment of Cena just getting the simplest push and his reaction, and then nobody saw that coming. And for the first time in a long time, I watched wrestling for over 25 years of my life. I can usually always point out what's going to happen.
It made you go, anything can happen.
And this was the most packed.
You got to believe Kevin Garnett voice.
That's right. We couldn't even predict the Rumble. I'm like, this is the most unpredictable Royal Rumble that I've ever watched. Normally I can always spot out.
It wasn't great from bell to bell. Rumble overall.
I disagree, but
the first like 10 dudes, I'm like, Tozawa, dope. Like fucking, you know what I'm saying?
It kicked off with
Tozawa didn't even make the ring.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it also kicked off with you were gonna say Penta and Ray.
It kicked off with Penta and Ray.
That was good.
Which was awesome.
That was really good.
Dude, I am so happy for fucking Penta.
Me too.
Like, they are giving this motherfucker a push and a half. And when the crowd can start to get into the fucking Seto Mano shit, like, they're only half behind it now. He does it too many times a match. I think he overdoes it. I think he does it like 3 or 4 times. And it's like, okay, dude, like, you got to save that for certain parts to get. Like, what do you know?
So you guys, do you know the origin behind the Seto Mano? Like the original origin of it?
No.
Okay, so Pentagon came in originally as a
Asian guy from New Japan. That's another inside joke.
Okay.
Ultimo Dragon. Ultimo Dragon, Bobby. Right now, is he Mexican or Japanese?
Famous luchador.
Oh, you're wrong. He's not Mexican.
I thought it was like a Yokozuna thing. I thought it was like a Camacho thing. Okay.
No, he's Japanese.
Pentagon.
What's his name?
Mexican.
What's his name?
Ultimo Dragon.
Ultimo Dragon.
Oh,
yes. I understand why you think that. Yeah.
Penta, the original Penta was a dark version of Hijo del Santo or El Santo. He was a dark version of it. And apparently that guy got there was like a bunch of like issues. I think he got hurt. I think he was in the ring when somebody like died in the ring. I don't know all the detailed backstory, but they basically claimed that mask was cursed, and Pentagon became Octagon, which is like the white version of Pentagon.
Oh, okay.
Pentagon Jr., which is Penta, they were like, you shouldn't adopt that mask because I think there was multiple people that played Pentagon. It wasn't just him. After I think there was like 3 wrestlers that played Pentagon, and they all had some sort of issue to where they were like, that mask is cursed. You can also do the Octagon gimmick. And Penta, his father was the last Pentagon, so that's why he was Pentagon Jr. And they were like, the mask is cursed, and that's why he was like, I have cero miedo over the curse.
Oh, zero fear
of
over
that
the curse.
mask. And sure enough, he's probably the best representation because he was Pentagon Jr. when he came into Lucha Underground, and they changed him like Pentagon Dark, and then Pentagon 0M, and now he's just Penta. But because I think CMLL has the copyright for Pentagon.
Yes.
So that's why they can only call him Penta.
Yeah. So, but then also that's why his zero fear gimmick is he has no fear over the curse behind that mask. And sure enough, he's elevated that mask. And I think Pentagon's a fucking superstar, whether he speaks great English or not.
He speaks good enough. You know how I feel about that.
I know, and that's what happens is like almost a language barrier transcended.
Well, if somebody Nate likes, they can speak English just fine.
That language barrier transcended through that promo. There was just pure emotion behind it, and I love it. And I think Penta is on his way to be equally as big of a luchador in the US as Rey Mysterio is.
He's the new Rey Mysterio in terms of marketing and the lucha guy in the WWE. I just hope that they catch the wave at some point and put a good belt on him. And I don't think Penta's ever going to be the world champion, but he could. You
know who else sold a shit ton of merch and masks and all that shit and won a world title?
There we go.
Finn Balor. What's he doing now?
Fucking running one of the fucking longest running angles on WWE television.
On the Judgment Day, brother. He's in the Judgment.
Yeah.
He is the Judgment
He's the
Day.
Judgment Day leader.
But like, would you put his world championship run
He got
up
hurt.
against all this other shit?
No, he got hurt.
Okay.
Why do you hate Finn Balor?
He doesn't.
I fucking love Finn Balor.
He's saying they need to push Finn Balor more than they push Penta.
But I'm saying if you're going to compare apples to apples with your USO and sells a ton of merch,
Oh, he's right. He's not wrong.
do me a favor real quick.
You're
Just
saying,
Google
yeah.
the Royal Rumble winners. Look at the list of names. There's 4 of them that don't fit in that list. One of them is your USO.
100%.
Disagree. Other thing, I will say.
Bobby's
Look at the list. Look at the list.
I will say that also.
Are we looking at the list?
Jey Uso's. I'm pulling it up. Jey Uso.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Jey Uso's
that's
career
Okay, all right.
can parallel Jeff Hardy.
Absolutely not.
In the level of organic popularity he gained. He came from a tag team, is becoming a bigger single superstar than he is on his tag team. His style, merch selling, and charisma that is there. How is it? Except, I'll tell you, actually, it doesn't parallel because he didn't screw it up by doing a bunch of
Cocaine.
drugs and alcohol, brother.
Well, bro, why is that screwing it up?
Because you are a professional athlete. Fine, but
No.
And you're also driving under the influence like regularly when you are a role model to millions of
Pumps
children.
isn't wrong because Jey Uso isn't anywhere near any
Look at that
on this list.
Okay, so here's the Royal Rumble winners.
Bobby, you guys are right in this. If you're gonna take this angle, you're correct.
To get back to what you said earlier, the Rocky analogy, Jey Uso is just not Rocky.
He can be.
He's just not
Dude,
Rocky.
were you not there next to me yeeting when
Travis
Jey
Scott was
Uso
out
tried?
Who doesn't yeet? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Who does it just like this? Just like this.
But that's because you're
it's a
there.
And back to the Jeff Hardy thing, I was in during that run. I was 9-10 years old. There was 9-10-year-old girls coming up to me at school talking about how Jeff Hardy is an icon. Jeff Hardy's
Right.
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
I don't think an average 9-year-old girl
The
who's
black
not,
community's John Cena.
He's a pretty boy.
who's not a WWE fan knows
Sure.
who Jeff Hardy
Yeah, I
is.
get it.
People know who Jeff Hardy is. Okay, so
No, I was talking about Jey Uso. I mean,
Oh,
the average WWE fan, 10-year-old girl doesn't.
well, they
know.
will now. They'll be like, "That's the dude that passed on the blunt from Travis Scott." That's the dude who said no to Travis Scott on that blunt, brother. Okay, so you have Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Big John Studd, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Yokozuna, Lex Luger, and Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, Vince McMahon, boo. The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin again, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, Chris Benoit, Batista, Rey Mysterio.
100% Alberto Del Rio.
The Undertaker, John Cena, Randy Orton, Edge, Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, John Cena, Batista, Roman Reigns, Triple H, Randy Orton, Asuka and Shinsuke, Becky and Seth. It was crazy. They won on 2019 together. Charlotte and Drew, Bianca and Edge. Oh, Edge won that one? Ronda, Rousey, and Brock Lesnar. Wow, crazy. That was 2022. Rhea and Cody, and now, and then before Bailey and Cody, and then Charlotte and Jay. I disagree. I think Jey Uso easily belongs in there. I didn't.
What?
My problem with that
He
is
said easily.
Easily belongs in there. Definitely Alberto, and also that year Alberto was over. Unless you forget he came on the car and with the thing, and he was over. He made sense.
Oh, Alberto was not one of the 4.
Who are the 4 that you're saying don't belong in there? Vince?
Can I guess?
Well,
Can I guess?
yeah.
Hacksaw, Big John Studd,
Yep.
Vince McMahon.
no.
No,
No.
but McMahon should have won it that year.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Can you scroll up a little bit there, Pops? Sheamus.
No,
Sheamus is awesome.
All right.
Come on now. World stuff is
you're not,
Jericho.
it's Nakamura
Oh, Nakamura.
Yep.
Who?
and Uso.
And Jay.
Oh, and Jay.
That's the 4.
Right.
Nakamura had potential. Vince McMahon dropped the ball with him. Everybody was excited
Yep.
about him versus AJ. That was one of the most hyped matches that
Bro,
year.
no speak of English.
Yeah, anyone that hadn't seen that match already in the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah, but that's
Bro,
what
when people would cut promos on Shinsuke and he would just look at him and go, no speak of English, and walk away, dude, that was fucking fire.
yeah, look, if everybody I think they thought WWE was gonna give us that New Japan match, and then they swerved us.
That's not the WWE style. They didn't swerve anybody.
That
The WWE doesn't let them work strong like that.
either way, look, but they still could have put on a good match whether they work strong or not. You could have put on a great match in the WWE style, but
It was fine.
they turned Shinsuke heel, which they shouldn't have, and that was just bad booking. But that win would have meant a lot more if it would have just been a better WrestleMania main event. The reason why that didn't work out as well is because the payoff to that Rumble sucked.
Shinsuke's new intro and music and whole shit, I'm all in on. The whole samurai deal. I like it.
I don't love the
He's a Hall of Famer.
I don't love the
Shinsuke Nakamura is 1,000,000% a Hall of
he
Famer.
is. He's WWE.
Not a WWE Hall.
Absolutely.
He is.
No.
The Shinsuke Nakamura has a better career than Great Muta. I stand on business. 100%.
No.
You're going to tell me the Great Muta has a better career than Shinsuke Nakamura?
Internationally.
Internationally, yeah.
No, just in general. Fuck internationally.
Well,
What do
yeah.
you mean?
Yeah,
I
the Great
mean-
Muta wrestled freaking Sting. He wrestled Flair. He wrestled all the greats. He was probably at a time when, yeah, it was a different time.
I want the stats because Shinsuke Nakamura has been putting in work in New Japan or in Japan and in America for 15 years.
Yeah, so has Dave Taylor.
But he's not Japanese.
But nobody's
about Japanese
clamoring for
wrestling.
him to get in the Hall of Fame.
There's not many Japanese wrestlers that are fucking over and have that kind of career.
He had one moment in the main roster.
One moment.
He had one run.
All right, next week I'm gonna bring stats.
Bring Shinsuke stats.
We're gonna bring stats. We can't talk
I
about
love
silliness.
Shinsuke,
Um,
but he did his best work in NXT.
Bobby, why do you hate Shinsuke Nakamura?
I like Shinsuke.
Okay.
he's Japanese Jeff Hardy.
All right, let's
I will say the one thing that I like
From the
in
Rumble.
this Rumble
yeah.
is that they showed how to do like celebrity correctly.
Oh, with I Show Speed or
Oh.
whatever his name is.
Can we
'Cause
talk
that
about the spear?
Speed kid
Yeah.
got his
Bobby,
fucking
you talk better than
shit
you want,
rocked.
buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Not only that, I feel like
I knew it when he wasn't turned the right way. I'm like, oh, he's gonna die.
Yeah, that kid took it.
Yeah, he did.
and he got the fall away slam from Otis after as well, right? That was like
I'm over Otis. They need to release Otis.
how dare you? He needs to just join
There's nothing Otis can do. Otis is the Napoleon Dynamite of wrestling. He's never gonna not be Otis, dude. You can't do anything with that guy.
That's true.
he's a bushwhacker.
He's a bushwhacker. Exactly.
He was better when
He's
they
a bushwhacker.
he was better when he was heel Otis. He was better when he had clean shaved and he was under Chad Gable's.
He needs a
tutelage.
mouthpiece.
Yeah, I would almost like to see him go into what's it called, the All
The
American,
new Nation of Domination.
the
The
white,
Dungeon of Doom.
all the white dudes, the American made. I think is what they're
That's
called.
my problem.
Nightmare Factory.
That's my problem with them too. Is that American Made and Chad Gable are never not going to be connected subconsciously to Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
And that's another thing that's hard for them. It's why Benjamin and Haas couldn't have any longevity because they were just that like American, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just what, Pumps?
You need to watch Benjamin Haas's Ring of Honor run.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
No, I like Otis. I think he's a big dude, and I don't hate him. I just don't know what direction that they're going with him right now. And I think he worked better just as a heel. That's all I'm saying.
Are we getting a triple threat at Mania with Rollins, Punk, and Roman? Is that the deal?
I don't know. That this is once more, this is a good thing. This isn't a bad problem to have, but this is the first time in a long time that I cannot predict any Mania matches whatsoever.
Do we not think it's Cena and Cody? I have a hard time believing they're not going to put Cena in that match in his last WrestleMania.
Pumps was cheering for Cena, by the way. Can you just admit now to the camera that you were cheering for Cena?
You can't prove that.
I have text messages, brother.
I don't see the receipts.
Seats.
Do I need to screenshot them messages? All right. You cheered for Super Cena. I think
that was based on who was left.
You didn't want Logan Paul.
That's another thing. Why did we have that final three?
It was Paul.
Because
so no one knew what was going to happen.
It was unpredictable. I loved the way that it played out with Punk, Rollins, and Roman's been saying he wants Rollins at Mania for some time now, right? They know that they can put on a really good match. Punk being thrown into that mix adds a new layer to it. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. Every choice sounds great. Like Cody versus any of those guys sounds awesome.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah,
that, like any mixture of these matches at Mania, I'm not really gonna hate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in for all of it.
So we had the Drew McIntyre and LA Knight work shoot.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
I just really shout out to Stevie Richards. He did a whole breakdown of it because that was like I don't have a graphic for this. That was like a hot topic. Was Drew McIntyre apparently stormed off because he said that LA Knight was
getting his shit in,
and it blocked from the
Eli Drake.
Yeah, from the angle that he was doing with Damian and Jay in the background, kind of thing. Because I
didn't really get it. I watched it and I just went. I mean, it's Rebel, bro. Like it did see like you guys were in a close proximity, but it didn't seem like it ruined anything. Like
I don't know if it's a work or if it's.
I think it's a work for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because obviously, like the best angle, probably one of the best angles we had at 2024 was the fact that people thought Drew McIntyre or still think Drew McIntyre hates CM Punk, and they probably put on one of the best programs of the year, and it elevated.
This is why like the Triple H fucking booking fucking is so dope because they're using work shoot reality as a way to build interest in matches for Mania for guys that aren't going to be in the main event. So Drew McIntyre had an incredible 2024. He's obviously not going to be anywhere near either one of those world titles. But you got to reward the guy. So you create a reality-based story. It's like a grudge match to make people care about Drew and LA Knight if they end up wrestling at WrestleMania, because it seems like that might be the case. So it gives
they had a square off SmackDown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think
Did you watch that? Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, I'm for it. Because LA Knight came out and it was like, oh, sorry, I had to get my stuff in or whatever. Like he was like playing into it, which it's just a cool, like there doesn't need to be a belt on the line for you to care about a rivalry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I agree.
And I'm willing to suspend my disbelief that say, yeah, Drew was mad because LA Knight did fuck up and they're mad in real life. So now I care about that mad. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you watch wrestling for. I think it's, and for LA Knight to look into a camera and tell it, guys, it's okay to cry.
He did, and then he called Drew a Drew McIntyre. I liked all of that.
Yeah.
I was like, this seems great. Stevie Richards on his podcast did there's like a 12-minute breakdown of what was happening in the Rumble. And he's like, if this is legit, he gave you a wrestler's perspective of, would this piss me off if you got this stuff happening in the background or this was supposed to be highlighted. He did a really good job on it. Shout out to Stevie on
It's
that.
also hard when there's no ref in the ring to tell you, hey, dude, get out of the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because, the wrestlers can give cues, or the refs can give cues to like, hey, dude, like, we're going to get the fuck, you know what I mean? But there's no ref in the ring. I don't know. It's the Rumble seems like it's a difficult match to book and make happen without issues at some point.
Yeah. There was a lot of little things. All right, I want one of those donuts now.
Want one of these donuts?
I want the glaze.
I got you, dog.
But I'll tell you, if it's a work, I'm so invested in Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
And that makes, I don't know, the scuffle that they had. If you haven't seen the scuffle on SmackDown, I don't know if anybody, you have some people in chat. I'm sorry, I don't keep any on eyes on anybody. But yeah, there's a moment where Drew McIntyre smacks the shit out of LA Knight's head in the back. And they, it seemed like a genuine little scuffle.
Yeah.
So,
and prior to that, we had Big Jim. I got a soft spot for Big Jim.
Oh, so you don't like Jay? But
I do. I'm not gonna lie. I got a real that's got to be tough, dude.
Does it?
To have a fucking twin brother. Bobby's getting into that donut now. I like it. To have a twin that's so over and getting all these things, and like you literally look the same, and Drew McIntyre said all you had to do was say yeet first and you'd be over, and it's kind of not wrong.
Wow. Yeah. That was a good segment.
It was a very good segment. Yeah. And props to Jimmy for allowing that, because it's a bar. That's a diss. That's a good, like, you might feel some kind of way about that, but knowing what's like best for the angle or whatever, like going for it is but Jimmy Uso is best doing comedic shit with Roman Reigns.
I don't know.
They were bro.
You just got to find his groove.
I'm quarterbacking. This, you ran the play?
Yeah.
You ran the play, Jimmy? I called the play, Oos. I called the play. Oh, you called the play. I called the play, Oos. I called the audible. That, dude, some of those segments were so fucking funny. I just don't think Jimmy is ever going to get where Jay is. And a lot of that's based on a catchphrase. And DUIs.
I disagree. I think he needs to find his groove, because he's funny.
But there's no groove to find, bro. A guy looks just like you on the other channel.
That's not true, though. But now you can. No, I disagree. I think he has to figure out what's going to separate him from Jay.
Being Roman Reigns' funny guy, calling the plays, quarterbacking.
No, he just needs he needs to switch something up. The problem, not that there's a problem, but I would say if the biggest thing holding him back is almost that he looks like he hasn't developed past the tag team he was in. And that's what happened to Roman. Remember, Roman left the Shield. He still rocked the Shield gear, had the Shield music. You didn't develop past that. Jimmy needs to develop or figure out what his next evolution is, or the next version of him is. And I don't think he's found that yet, but I think he's got all of the ingredients to be another next level superstar. He needs to differentiate himself from his brother. He needs to differentiate himself from the bloodline story.
It's never going to happen.
It could. It's up
They're
to him.
both mid-card talent.
How fucking dare you?
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Good God.
For a minute there, they were the best tag team in wrestling.
They are.
Never, ever, ever have they ever been the best anything.
The Usos are top 5 tag team of all time.
Who's better, the Young Bucks?
You are on marijuana pills.
That was also one of the worst times in WWE. That era.
What era?
That
The end
what
of
was it? 20.
Anytime where you could say the Usos are the best. That's the worst run of WWE. Period.
The Usos
You
also
mean like the pre-pandemic shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It was. What was that, like 5-6 year stretch where it was just bad?
Yeah.
But also weren't the Usos the first tag team to main event a WrestleMania event?
Yep. Big facts.
Right? What other tag team has had a main event? Not tag team match, but legitimate tag team has had a main event on a WrestleMania card like that.
The Mega Powers.
But
Nope,
they
that
weren't a
was
real
SummerSlam.
tag team. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Son. Hulk Hogan defender Nathan Haskell.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
Crack open a real American beer, brother.
Oh God, gut bomb. All right. Do we have any other WWE notes? Let's see here.
This storyline will be a footnote in the history of WWE. This is a bridge.
What storyline?
This whole USO foolishness.
The Bloodline?
No, not the Bloodline.
Oh, Jimmy or
This-
Days.
This period.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. But it's cool. That
So
he gets it.
you admitted it.
No.
Yeah, bro. Listen, dude. Do I think Jimmy or Jey Uso is gonna be fucking going down as a top 10 fucking wrestler of all time? No, but it's cool. Let him get his shit in.
You don't know.
In my opinion, the only way they save that match is if they make it a triple threat
I could do that too.
somehow.
Yeah, they put 5 other people in it.
With Jimmy. Jimmy and Jay versus Gunther.
Did anybody think that Drew McIntyre was doing a Scott Hall impression during his match?
Did somebody
this
say that?
week? I did.
Oh. No? Yeah? No?
He was
didn't
so
even pick
this
up on
week he
that.
was doing like, I'm not gonna be angry Drew anymore. I'm gonna be fucking calm, cool,
Cool
collective
Drew?
Drew. And like in the match was like doing kind of this shit, like Scott Hall mannerisms. And I mean, maybe that was me, maybe it was high. But it seemed like Drew McIntyre was doing a Scott Hall impression while he's being I'm not angry guy.
One thing I do want to say, if we're moving on past WWE, is why was Seth Rollins dressed as the covered up Jessica Rabbit from the Roger Rabbit?
That was hysterical, bro.
I said, I'm like,
Very
why
true.
is this happening right now? What is with the
he was
what is with him wearing the trench? Like, I thought he was gonna open the trench coat and like have sexy lingerie underneath.
bro. If he had a flatter bill, he'd be the blank from Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
He did that.
I don't recognize. I mean, like the outfit choices. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird. He or like, isn't it like JBL?
He was Cowboy Carter, dude.
I don't know what,
Yeah,
but that's the
that was good. Oh, Joe Hendry. Sorry, we didn't touch on Joe Hendry. Your boy, Pumps.
pumps.
That's right.
Hold on, I have an image for that.
He had a good showing.
I don't have an image. For
I
that.
still don't get it.
You say his name, and he
And he
appears.
appears.
What else must you know about Joe Hendry? He sings songs. He's like I don't know. There's a tough comparison, but he's a little Weird Al-ish, right? I think what was cool about it, not only did Joe Hendry call out John Cena, by the way, on Busted Open Radio, like
He did.
yeah, that's what he said. He's like, if you face anybody, he's like, I want to call out John Cena. He called out John Cena, and I was like, I didn't realize you send me an article to that
But
too?
that means nothing that he called out John Cena.
I would
Who
love to
fucking
see it.
cares? I could call out fucking Kendrick Lamar right now. And it's not gonna happen.
Before, if this TNA WWE partnership is going to work, you don't know that. Maybe
I do know that. Also, Johnny California wants to go to AEW Revolution, and yes, we're down to go.
I kind of wanted to say his name, and I changed the channel.
Wow.
Flats doesn't like that one.
That's funny.
No, what was cool about that is just it's cool that the partnership in general. Nobody had on their bingo card that
No, not at all. I think it's awesome.
Joe Hendry is wearing the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, a TNA championship by the way.
I think there's an angle there with Dolph where he comes back under the fucking TNA banner and he's like, fuck you, WWE, basically. Like, I gave you fucking all these years and all these great matches, and then you released me, and then I signed with TNA, and then you signed TNA. Well, I'm here to fucking fuck up all your guys.
I am so
I would be way into that.
yeah.
Don't call me
He's
Dolph
here to show the
Ziggler.
world.
What'd you say?
He's
He's
here
here
to
to show the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't call me Dolph Ziggler. I'm fucking Nick Nemeth or whatever. I don't know. I think that'll be a cool angle.
I'm very curious on how that's going to play out with the former WWE wrestlers that are now working it, because they're Mustafa Ali's kind of.
I wanted to see Moose in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
How old is Moose, Pumps?
He's 40 something.
That guy should have gotten a shot in the big time. You should have a cup of coffee in the big time.
A cup of coffee in the big time. I don't know that much about Moose to say that he shouldn't. I haven't seen enough of his body of work.
Had a cup of coffee in the NFL.
I like Moose. I think Moose is dope.
I'm sure he's fine. I just haven't.
He's no fucking Jey Uso.
He's not fucking Jey Uso.
You know where they fucked up?
Huh?
Not having Jeff Hardy return.
That's true. I thought they were gonna have Jeff Hardy return too. But you're a Jeff Hardy mark, aren't you?
Of course.
Yeah. I
a
can
CM
tell.
Punk, Jeff Hardy.
You should come with your face painted next week.
Jeff Hardy should have flipped CM Punk over the ring.
Dude, we should do a show where we all have different wrestlers' face paint.
I'm
fucking down.
I'm down to be Sting.
You're gonna do Sting. You're gonna do Jeff Hardy.
I'll do Jeff Hardy.
You'll do Sting. I'll do maybe one of the Road Warriors. And Pumps.
He's gonna do Finn Balor.
No, Pumps. You and I will do the Road Warrior or Demolition.
No, Pumps has to be Finn Balor.
Who do you want to be?
I don't care.
Well, can you pick a painted face wrestler? Do you want to be the Ultimate Warrior?
No.
Well, then you got to pick somebody.
Hey,
let's be Demolition.
I'm sorry. He's gonna be Prince.
That's fine.
He's gonna be.
Let's
Prince
be Demolition, but you have to be Smash because that's a more difficult face paint.
Yeah.
I hate Demolition. Let's move on.
You know, bro, the face paint episode is going to be our highest rated for sure.
What's wrong with Demolition?
I don't know. They didn't do it for me. They were knockoff Road Warriors.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
No, that's not wrong. They're 1,000% knockoff Road Warriors.
You're a knockoff.
No, they're 1,000,000% knockoff Road Warriors.
Until they got the Road Warriors, and then they were like, "Oh fuck Demolition."
So were the Blade Runners, but you still love Sting.
Yeah, you.
But Sting evolved past.
Do you want to be Brother Love?
No.
Go
Because
on.
I feel like that there's a Bruce Pritchard section coming in the next Janelle Grant filing.
You be Brother Love, dude.
Who are you going to be? The Undertaker?
I'm gonna be one of the Ascension.
Oh yeah, the dubstep Road Warriors.
Those guys were awesome.
All right.
I thought they were good too.
There was some releases.
Oh yeah, hold on. I have a graphic for
Yep,
that.
I see that.
Yeah, there was a few.
AOP and Paul Ellering.
That's I think the biggest.
I agree because
One.
I really liked what Karrion Kross and that gang was doing. I'm a real big Karrion Kross fan.
Yeah.
I think,
No, you're a big Scarlet fan.
That's
yeah, well, you know, she comes with the package, but I really like Karrion Kross and what he's been doing. I think his creepy.
He's like a harbinger of bad things to come.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm all for a Karrion Kross push. So, but those were his heaters, so I don't really know what happens now.
I think it's
Killer
also.
Cross is more over than the Usos.
No, he's not. No, he's not. That's 1,000% a false statement.
What do you guys think's next for Braun Breaker?
Oh, Braun.
He's gonna get sent back to NXT, hopefully.
I think he's amazing. I think he's great.
I like Braun too.
Hopefully, they strip him of that IC title, and send his ass back to NXT for fucking.
Do you think it's him
spearing
and
Roman
Fatu?
like that? Braun and Fatu?
That'd be good.
But they're not on the same show. Is Braun on Raw?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, right? Yeah.
No.
I like Braun Breaker though.
He's great.
Yeah, I'm for him.
I think it could be. There's a possibility that it could be Roman and Fatu. Was that
No.
weird?
That's weird. Especially with Solo coming back.
But that was like one of the biggest moments, I think, of the.
Bro, anybody that Fatu looked in the eyes in the Royal Rumble was a big moment. People just want them.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Look, come on. That is, and Michael Cole even said it. He's like, you're looking at a future WrestleMania main event.
sure, but you know,
Yeah, but Michael Cole. Stop.
Come on. What are you gonna say about Michael Cole? What do you
He can't even get Joe Hendry's name.
Michael Cole's a legend.
Joe Henry?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all about Michael Cole.
Are we gonna talk about AEW? Because there's
Yes.
wait, one more thing before
one more WWE thing. Let's
You
talk
mean the
about
Jericho Cruise?
Yeah, that's kind of what the fuck, WWE? Did you guys see it? So now since WWE 2K25 is about to be released, they're releasing like rankings of the wrestlers below they're like
the Madden shit.
like when they appear.
Ratings.
Yeah, I saw this in the notes. Please.
And so next week it's going to be Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul in a qualifying match. And when they pull up the graphic, they fucking rated Rey Mysterio easily the greatest mask in Lucha Libre history in 86. And they rated fucking Logan Paul a 90 in WWE.
It's not so funny when it happens to you, is it?
I agree.
They rated Logan
Yeah, of course
Paul
you do.
I'm
gonna tell you why.
Like he's fucking Brock Lesnar in SmackDown. Here comes the pain. He is rated. You agree that he's a 90?
I agree that Rey Mysterio is lower than him.
No way, dude.
I'm going to tell you why.
Off of this year.
Thank
No
you.
way,
Thank you,
dude.
Bobby. If it's Rey Mysterio 96,
Tom Brady's not rated 99 anymore in Madden.
that's 100%, bro. He's
He's tired.
40-something years old, bro.
But Logan
like-
Paul doesn't deserve a 90.
Not Logan Paul.
He does not deserve a 90.
I would go to the lower end of those. I'd get Rey Mysterio in like an 80 and Logan Paul like an 85.
Yeah.
Just based on 2025. That's what's
No.
cool about the WWE 2K series, is that when they have the older versions of them, they rank them higher or lower based on the year that it is, which I think is cool.
There were years where Charlotte was on par with John Cena. Stop.
Also, if you play the game, those ratings don't mean shit.
It's all about the person who's
It's
controlling.
all about the person who's
Yeah.
playing.
Sure.
Like,
That game sucks.
that game is fucking incredible. Stop it. It's the greatest wrestling game of all time.
2008, the SmackDown versus Raw
No,
one, 2008 was
No,
insane.
It's not even close. It's not even close.
SmackDown, here comes the pain. No mercy, dude.
I know, bro, but like those games were fun nostalgic wise. The new WWE game is, if you take more than 3 seconds to learn how to play it, Pumps, I'm looking at you.
Couldn't do it.
It's fucking incredible.
Anyways, AEW news.
Anyways, AEW.
What do
Okay.
we
But
have?
you can't play it now anyway because the PlayStation servers are down.
I can play that game. I don't play online.
You don't have to be online. The servers have to be on.
What do you mean? You mean if I don't have a
It's a
disc,
2K game. It's an always online game.
if I don't have a disc, I can't play it?
Oh, if it's digital, absolutely not.
Come on.
Okay.
You've been in space too long. Really? I can't play games I've downloaded right now?
Certain ones, no.
You
Huh.
don't have the disc?
I don't know anymore.
If
The
it was
fu-
a
the
disc
future's
game,
passed
you'd
me by.
play it. Before we move to the AEW thing,
Yeah,
can we talk about
There's no AEW news. We're
there
just,
he is.
Oh, there is.
I have a
Okay.
take.
can we talk about how they're ruining Carmelo Hayes?
Who?
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes.
Nah, dude.
Here's the thing.
He hasn't. I read something that he hasn't pinned anyone clean since September.
He's a heel.
Here's the thing.
Melo's not money.
They don't have enough time for everybody. It's not like AEW, which we'll get into, where like, and this is one of my points. Like, I looked at the Collision card, which is going to be tonight, right? Or right? Collision's on Saturday.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm looking at it, I'm just like, okay, Like I know who the guys are, but I don't know what's happening. Whereas in WWE, everything is so segmented in terms of storyline that like Carmelo Hayes is incredible. I just don't know where he can get enough more than 5 minutes of airtime. You know what I'm saying? So like
all you care about is the story fluff.
well, that's pro wrestling, dude.
Not
It's the
all of it.
stories. It's the stories and the work.
Yeah,
If
tell
you
me a
just
story
want
in
the
the
work, you
ring.
can just watch stuntmen instead of movies.
What?
You're saying the stories don't matter.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying this in the WWE, the stories have become more important than the wrestling.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, it's 'cause
No, that's not wrestling.
it's television.
that is wrestling.
That's television. That look,
It's not.
dude. It's like saying that. It's like saying that them covering Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and the Taylor Swift thing is not part of the NFL. It's a major part of the NFL because people are invested into the people that play on the teams as well. Whether you love Patrick Mahomes
Right.
or not,
But
that's
at
part
the
of
end of the day, that scoreboard is still going to be on display.
Right, but the guys that they have the stories built around can wrestle.
Not Jey Uso.
Yeah, not all of them.
What the fuck? Why is there hate on Jey Uso? Yes, he can. Jey
Jey
Uso can
Uso
wrestle.
taking shrapnel, dude.
Yeah, why is Jey Uso catching strays on this one?
Hey, he wants to be in the main event. He's going to catch main event strays.
He's a main event Jey Uso. No, look.
I'm 160 pounds. I think I could pull off a better spear.
No,
than
you
him.
can't, dude.
I think I
Look.
can. I really think I can.
Spear Nate right now.
Hey,
Me and
nobody-
Bobby are gonna have a spear competition. I'm gonna bring in a stunt dummy from work. And we're gonna go outside and spear it.
I'm sorry. Look, there's two people on this planet that white dudes will never win a fight against, and it's Samoans and black people. Sorry, like
It's
genetically.
Jesus and fucking William Wallace.
Yeah. They got it. They can fight. They got
It's funny. All right, AEW. I watched some of AEW this week.
I watched
When's their super show? Is that tomorrow?
Who knows? This is part of my problem. Let me bring up. Can you bring up the AEW Dynamite results?
I can bring
Quicker
up.
than I can. There you go. You can bring that up.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna bring up. Hold on.
Yeah, this is a lot different.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a feeling that I know what that is.
Look, this was probably, and
This is a lot different
Not for
than your
this-
American Psycho content.
not for this
earlier
reason
week.
alone, but this is definitely it was definitely the most talked about thing in AEW, and I think also, as I've told before, the best story that AEW has.
100%.
But and I can't. You know what? I'm not gonna give the credit on this to AEW because this is just the people involved in
You
this
can't.
story are so creative.
When part of the quote unquote attraction of your promotion is that you get to create your own shit as a performer,
Yeah.
you can't give the fucking credit of an angle to the company.
Yeah, and
Right?
and this for sure, I can't give any credit to the company because this is just a magnificent performance of
Yep,
from
sure is.
timeless
Let's talk
Tony
about this
Storm here
performance.
as Mariah May. I think was the biggest.
Yeah,
And the thing that like this clip,
that shit slapped.
this picture alone. I'm not pulling this picture up for the fact that
Yes, you are.
no, this picture
Bobby
alone
pulled it up.
went viral. Bobby's the producer. He pulled that clip, that image up. This
Bring it
shot
up, Bobby.
went viral.
Rollins.
Is Juice Robinson dating Tony Storm?
Yep.
Good for him. She is mega fucking talented.
Yeah, she's awesome.
And-
She'll come to the WWE soon enough.
But here's the thing, and this is the
Yeah, they did so much with her when she was there.
yeah.
But that was before, bro. It's pre-Vince. It's VC.
Right.
It's VC and fucking AV.
Would this
Wouldn't it be BV?
I don't need you. I didn't bring you on here to correct me, Robert.
Would Tony Storm
Hear him.
Spear him. I'm surprised you didn't hit me with a wah wah wah.
yeah. Get that camera. Would Tony Storm work in WWE?
Yes.
What do you think so though? I think part of what's really good about it is that it is so much of Tony Storm doing what she wants to do, and some of the things she said would not fly on WWE TV. And some of the things she does, like this, would not fly on.
You mean I'm gonna slap your tits off? What did she say?
What? Yeah, freaking! I'm gonna doom your.
I'm gonna
womb.
rip your tits off and doom your womb.
Yeah, like that. You're not. She's not saying that. Or just like Nicole.
That's my finish.
Nicole Garcia couldn't.
My finish.
She couldn't hold a pussy scented candle to me, or like it's like there's so many things that she says that is so brilliantly thought of, and I don't
Crude.
think WWE. I think the best thing is for her to maintain the creativity that she's coming up with, because like the things that she's coming up with, because
Yeah, she can stay broke, and then she wants to go to WWE, make some money.
I don't. Well, I don't
broke?
know.
Yeah.
I don't know what her contract
Okay.
is. I'm assuming
She's got that pro wrestling tease money.
Let's see. Hold on. Tony Storm, Juice Robinson salary AEW. Let's find out. I don't know if this is online. Oh wow.
It shouldn't
This
be there,
this is if this is for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go to the WWE, make some money, girl.
Tony Storm was officially signed to AEW, where she secured a salary of $200,000 a year. And how much is Nyla Rose getting paid by AEW a year?
Not anymore since Trump took office.
Well,
We ended that shit. Nyla Rose is done. Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose is not.
make sure you get a shout out reaction from Pumps right now.
Nyla Rose has to be fucking Neil Ross thing at this point.
Tony Storm is grossly underpaid.
And Nyla Rose is gross.
I will say it is.
Just
it is.
kidding.
Whoa!
I'm totally.
Take it easy,
I'm
Rick
totally
Steiner.
kidding. I can't. Just the word, the alliteration.
What's your thoughts on Tyler Wright?
Gabby Tuft. I think you mean.
Who are those?
Tony
Same person.
is the best original story to come out of
$1,000,000%.
AEW.
She's incredible.
And Tony Khan, you need to pay that woman
She should
what
be
she's
making
worth.
at least
$1 million.
close to what Sasha Banks is making.
Yeah, she is the best women competitor on that program.
I 100% agree.
There's nobody
From
she's
a 360
untouchable.
standpoint.
Yeah, like
I'm not saying Sasha Banks can't wrestle, but
Yeah,
Sasha Banks,
especially the 180 part.
but Sasha Banks' character in AEW doesn't work. It's awful.
no, you know why?
No, Sasha sucks.
Yeah.
You know why Sasha Banks does not work in AEW? Because she can call herself
She needs
Mercedes.
someone to write her shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. She can call herself Mercedes Moné all she wants, but she's just Sasha Banks. You're not tapping into anything new and creative. You're running. You're trying to run with a character that was created for you.
It was like
that
when they made
developed in WWE.
Earthquake the Avalanche,
Yeah, that's my
right?
God.
Or like fucking when Big Boss Man went over, it was the Guardian,
Yeah, like
or like the boss.
if you notice, the people that thrive outside of WWE are the people that take their creativity
themselves.
into their own hands.
Unless you're a legend. Edge is Edge.
Cope, you mean
Go.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
the radar superstar Cope?
Yeah, Cope. He's Edge is Edge.
Yeah.
It's fine. But if you're young enough and you do the jump, it's like when Dustin jumped to the WWE and he became Gold Dust. Like you gotta like, it's like say what you will, Brian Pillman's kid.
Lexus King.
That Lexus King gimmick is wildly different than what he was in AEW. Now I don't know if it works or not.
It's all about facial hair.
It's incredible.
works.
It's incredible facial hair. I don't know if it works or not because I don't watch enough, but that's cool. That kid went for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
he's getting down with who's he wrestling? Who came out and interrupted him?
oh, Fandango.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. And then, but then he's a different name now. He's JD.
What is he?
Yeah, in TNA he's got a different name.
Oh, he came out as TNA.
He came out as Fandango, but then like the music and shit. But then when he got in the ring, he was being referred to as whatever his TNA name is. Because Brian Pillman Jr. was like, or Lexus King, whatever, was like, you might say your name is JD Vance or whatever. And,
Yeah, that's
and
his
he's
gimmick.
like, but I'll always know you as Fandango.
That's heat, brother.
Nathan, I think you mean Fandango.
He said it.
You have to.
That's what he said.
You have to breathe the air.
No, that's what he said, Pablo.
It is.
He
I
goes,
don't want
he goes,
to
I'll know you as Fandango. I'm sorry, Fandango. He did that exact thing.
Perfect.
You should write promos, brother.
I should hire me, somebody, or at least
You
sponsor
just
me.
hired us.
I-
Why are you trying to get hired?
Uh,
You see that, bro? 2 episodes on this fucking channel, and we're out already.
Yeah. Well, no, you do both.
Man.
Him and Bobby are already. Bobby's like, I've been here for 1 episode. I know how this show works.
Yeah.
What's the other AEW?
We had Strickland and Ricochet.
Oh yeah,
Ricochet went over.
once more. Ricochet is doing something to develop himself in a different light.
No, he's
than,
not.
Yeah, he is. He's
No,
been
he's not.
He's the first time in his
Stop.
career he's been a heel.
It's terrible.
I like that he's experimenting and not just trying to come over and be the crappy babyface Ricochet.
He didn't have a choice.
He needs,
They
needs
were
to go
throwing
back to Prince
toilet
Puma.
paper at the guy.
but he leaned into it. The reason they were throwing toilet
He
paper at
didn't have
him
a choice.
was because he was talking so much shit on all the podcasts about how he's like, oh, I paved the way for it. There would be no AEW without Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. And in a way, he's not wrong. So that's why they
I
started
think
throwing toilet paper.
PWG has something to say about that.
I agree.
Well-
Are you gonna put that picture of Tony Storm's butt up again?
If you want, sure, there it is. There it is.
All right. Pumps asked for that.
Yeah, 'cause I can see it.
She
Oh, that's right. I forget Pumps can't see
Pumps
what's
can
happening.
see us. You can only see us.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You can't see what else is going on. We could be throwing up the Will Ospreay getting humped meme all the time.
We gotta bring that back. I
The-
gotta send that to you.
I need to get that clip. That Danny Garcia to the Dick
Yeah.
Ospreay head.
No.
So Swerve loses to Ricochet. So I watched Dynamite, and I didn't make a note about it, but I remember what my thoughts were.
He lost.
I want to like AEW. I really do. It
But they
just,
don't tell good stories.
it just doesn't make it. It
I don't
just-
like wrestling.
It's just
I want
doesn't make
stories. Make me feel.
it just goddamn. I don't know if I could follow that.
I'm a defend AEW because I have the same. We're under the same thought process, and I had
It doesn't make any sense.
to rethink the way I approached AEW and trying to watch it again this week, and we just have to know that it is an alternative product in the most practical definition that they are doing the alternative things that WWE is doing. They're not going to be WWE ever. Tony Khan likes his style of I think he's a great tournament booker. He was a tape trader. He likes that New Japan thing. He doesn't give a shit about profitability because he's a billionaire, right? He does not give a shit about turning profit. Although the company inevitably will perform better.
They're making money now.
Yeah, the company inevitably is going to perform better than a lot of other stuff on television because WWE wrestling has that loyal fan base. But they're about as alternative as you can be to WWE. They're like, this is storyline driven, we're very much match driven. They, like I said, AEW has done. I've talked to people that have gone to AEW shows here in LA
They're great.
that are not wrestling fans, and they're like, this show is fucking fantastic.
But
And
that's because you cheer everybody.
it's what's exciting and cool about the indies on a television level.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So that is the way you have to go into it. You have to know that it's just like they are booking an indie event every week, and it's a deep cut wrestling fans product where they're not going to explain things. You just like this was my frustration actually in the time that I had working the independents as like a producer creating content, is that I didn't feel like wrestlers often took the production element of things seriously, or they didn't have the time to cut the promo or help introduce themselves to the audience the way that you would do it from a production standpoint. But it's a different animal because it seems like they're just catering to almost live crowd, and they happen to be shooting it as a TV show.
I guess, yes, you're 100% correct. I guess what I mean is, like, I would call myself a casual AEW fan at this point, right? So even if I was a casual WWE fan, if I tuned into WWE and I missed a couple weeks, I would still know the players and basically what's going on, right?
Yeah.
I tune into AEW and I'm just like, I know all these guys, but I mean, it wasn't that long. It was 2 weeks ago I watched the show, and now nothing I watched 2 weeks ago really has anything to do with what I'm watching now. And it seems like wrestling white noise.
A little bit.
Pumps, why do you hate AEW?
I don't. It's the best thing I can describe it as is like Marvel animation and DC animation.
100%.
Like DC animation,
That new Spider-Man show's good.
Bloody,
Marvel's coming back.
Yeah, you're going to get like bloody Suicide Squad stories.
Yes.
Everybody dies. And then like
Creature Commandos was
they
awesome.
start a new show.
Right.
Marvel stuff, they're going to do 5 seasons of Armor Wars.
Sure. No, you're right. You're not wrong. You're a million percent correct. Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just because I watch AEW and I know the players, and I want to care about why they're doing what they're doing more. That's it. I just wanted, like, I want to be able to miss an episode or two
and still know what's going on.
That's it.
But you can get that before the match. Like, here's a 30-second, 45-second
But they don't
recap.
do that.
Well, they're not producing television. Once more,
that's what I'm saying. If AEW gave me packages,
they don't. They hired a few people, and they started to give you a few. They're doing more packages than they have in the past.
They hired that dude from Instagram.
Yeah, Tiger Style Pro. That dude's awesome.
Yeah.
But they it's just you have to go into it now knowing that it's not always going to make sense, because it's like, every week is going to be.
But that's the thing. I'm fine watching it. It doesn't bother me. Like, but my thing is, I want to care more. That's it. As a fan, I want to care more about this product so that it makes me not skip a week or two.
Well, what's frustrating is that I unfortunately, that not everybody, some people are performers, and that's okay. Some people are like Mercedes. She needs a script. She needs a direction. And
not everybody can be Pumps.
Not everybody's going to be Pumps or Tony Storm
or Bobby
like they
getting by a good look.
But the people that are doing that are going to thrive. But unfortunately they're not. You're kind of leaving it. And the other problem that I noticed from a lot of wrestlers that I work with on the independents, everybody wants to look cool. Nobody wants to make fun of themselves. Nobody wants to
be greedo,
look down like they're on a down point. Like, and maybe that stuff comes with experience of storytelling and production and age and all that for that to click. But so if you're leaving the wrestlers to make their own decisions all the time, if Tony Khan is it's just not all going to be good, because they're great athletes, but are you a creative person that can tell a story, that can develop a character?
They can in the ring.
But that's...
I have to know why you're mad at each other.
Yeah, I mean, Cornette even said it, right? He's like, you have to be invested
bro,
into
you use a cornet on pumps.
Cornette.
Don't you talk JC to me, motherfucker.
Cornette has a thing. He's like, if the wrestling is, if I see two
guys on the fucking
Two guys fighting on the side of the
the
road.
little
That's a
guy,
great
it's like
fucking
that.
clip.
That is, and then I'm going to credit David Marquez said this one time at a seminar. He says it's a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like the baby face is just mind his own business. The heel is like them. I know that's a kind of like narrowed down cartoon analogy, but that is what is interesting about wrestling. There is great. Nathan's right in the sense of like there's athleticism and great, cool stunt show. But I'll go check out the Circus Soleil.
Yeah,
If that's you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I'll expand my horizons in that case. But there needs to be some sort of emotional investment between me and the two people in the ring. For me, maybe that's.
I mean, but I can watch any New Japan show, not understand a single word of what they're saying, and still enjoy the match.
But the fan base are invested in the characters in New Japan. New Japan does have character development and characters that audience is connected to.
I can enjoy a match and not want to buy a t-shirt. Right? Does that make sense? Like, I want to buy a t-shirt of the guy I like in that match because I know why I like that guy, not just that guy beats people up, or else I just watch UFC.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's look. I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. Or
I'm trying to yuck Pumps' yum all the time.
And if that's some people's jam, that's why I had to think about it again. I'm like,
good luck.
If that's your jam, it's your jam. But
I'm for both styles. I'm just saying. I mean, I know the players in AEW, and I know what they're capable of, and I just want to care more. That's all. I want to love the Death Riders. I think fucking the Mox and fucking that crew and his chick, like this China chick, and who else is in it? Claudio. Like, I think that's
China.
No, they have like a woman heater.
Roddy Strong's wife.
I guess they have a woman heater.
That's a woman heater.
What's
right
her
there.
name?
I just pulled the.
That's a woman heater.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Pumps nose.
Maria.
Yeah. Whatever. I like that group. I just don't know what they're doing. They don't do anything.
I like John Moxley. I think as much as maybe people don't want to admit it, he's one of those people that needs the direction.
Yeah.
Maybe he is trying to tap into his creativity, and I know he loves the violence and that element of like deathmatch wrestling and stuff. But I don't think, but like once more, I don't know. The end goal doesn't seem for a lot of those people to make money, but I don't understand that creativity. But I don't know. I guess art is subjective.
Sure, absolutely. I know it, brother.
But I don't love the Death Riders thing because exactly right. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what's the point?
I thought Shane was coming. That would have been cool.
And it's maybe that's what they were building up to, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, could be.
So now you got to stick it out. You got to stick to your guns because you switched it up too many times.
Bobby, why do you hate AEW?
It's not like you guys said. I'm not emotionally attached to it.
Yeah.
Besides Edge, but that's nostalgia.
Right.
Or
yeah,
Copeland though.
Right. And you're worried about his health every time he gets in the ring.
Cope.
It's like CM Punk. Every time CM Punk wrestles, I'm like, please don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same age as him. So I'm like watch him do shit.
His ACL is going out.
Yeah.
No, Punk's got a couple years on you.
What is how old's Phil?
Like 46.
I'm 45 in a month.
I know when your birthday is.
Somebody
the birthday show's the face paint show. That's it.
Somebody posted a hilarious thing on Threads or whatever of like CM Punk looking all tired in the Rumble. And they're like, how does this straight edge dude look so much like he's been doing drugs and alcohol for all these years?
It's true. It's very true.
Like
very true.
You're straight edge to not look like, but you somehow still look like you were doing all the things. But
he's got a whole suitcase set under his eyes.
Yeah, I know. I know what that's like.
Some people that are straight edge are like that have that natural. He's probably like one of those dudes that's like a very much a busybody. He stays busy, probably can't sleep. He's probably, like he's a creative dude, right? Like he wrote
comics and shit, right? He wrote
he's done a bunch of
he wrote Marvel, he wrote for
good for him.
Yeah.
I love Phil. I love me some Phil Brooks.
So he's probably one of those dudes that just like probably doesn't shut his brain off, and that's just like a little bit of sleep deprivation from the fact that he's like consistently thinking. So
Did you see Punk on McAfee?
no, I saw Hogan on McAfee, brother. Can we talk about that?
About that?
We can.
The fake story
spouting of lies.
fake story you made up.
I thought I have it.
Me?
That
Harley
Hogan
Race
made
did
it.
pull a gun on Hogan.
No, he didn't.
That's what he said. He
Hogan
said
wasn't even there.
he talked about territories or whatever.
Yeah.
And he talked
Which
about
is true and confirmed by anybody and everybody.
so
Who did he pull
Harley
the
kept
gun
that
on?
thing on.
Harley did keep that thing
So
on.
who did Harley pull the gun on?
Everybody.
Why would he pull it on Hogan?
Listen, I don't think that the guy fucking set the ring on fire. I don't believe that shit.
Which was another part of Hogan's story.
I agree. That's I mean.
I'm sure Harley Race probably pulls the guns on everybody, dude. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna deny that. I don't know that part of it or whatever, but I will say Hulk Hogan's fucking crazy. Because here you are, like
It's
apparently.
just because I was in LA, brother. Those Democrats.
Well, and it's funny though. And then Pat McAfee says, well, amongst other things, WWE is very much trying to rehabilitate Hulk Hogan's image right now because they know.
They need to.
Yeah, they know. Like,
They
hey,
spent all that money on beer.
Undertaker straight up had Trump on his podcast, and the LA crowd didn't boo him, and even McAfee
Nope.
kind of called him out a little bit.
Chris Haskell's entered the chat.
Oh shit!
Hey!
I'm just kidding. That's the hoaxer picture.
Oh,
But yeah, he's like amongst other things. I think people are just tired of Hogan lying. But what's weird is that he goes into like, hey, freaking, I'm saved, and my relationship with God, and I'm not knocking anybody with that. But then
my
immediately,
third wife brought me to the Lord.
but then immediately after,
There's nothing
like,
wrong with having a third wife.
yeah.
Why, you doing some future planning?
Baby.
But then
Nothing wrong with entering the Royal Rumble at number 3, brother.
how are you gonna go?
Worked out for Flair.
Yeah, right. How are you
Oh,
gonna
you know
go
how it goes.
from talking about your faith and Christianity to peddling beer right after? And not just that, like for years he was like, oh, I'm sober, I had to stop drinking or whatever it may be because it was just getting out of control. And then
That was the character, brother.
yeah, on top of that, so this
Terry
is
Bollea had to get himself under control, brother.
this is where I
Terry Bollea has a 12-inch penis.
I love that Nathan's eating this. Can you
Yeah,
please,
the what?
Can you please cut to Nathan eating this donut right now? Terry,
Ah,
Terry Bollea. Terry Bollea's having Nathan has skills having this donut, brother, not Nathan Haskell.
this a clip on social media. I love Katie and Rob to death. They were at Hogan's, like one of his things. I don't know. They were like plugging the Real American Beer thing. Katie Forbes and Rob Van Dam were there, and they're like, "Oh, Real American Beer." And then Hogan from off camera is like, I wish Bam, because there's like that joke about how he thought Bam Margera was dead or whatever
Oh,
on
yeah.
Twitter. But then he was like, I wish Bam could try this, but he doesn't drink anymore. It's like Bam Margera, a dude who is struggling with sobriety, just publicly, very fallen off the horse heavily, has a lot of issues. And then he proceeds to pull Bam on camera and he tells him to smell this.
No way.
Yeah, and then Bam's like, it smells good. And then he kind of like pushes him off. What the fuck? What? Like, find this clip. Like, and I feel bad for Katie and Rob. Like, part of me wants to be like, get out of there, get out of there.
That's like when the WWE when they brought the NWO back in 01 or 02.
And Scott Hall
And
was
Scott Hall was on that medicine where
Yeah.
if you like had any alcohol, it would make him vomit, and they poured beer on him.
Stone Cold poured beer.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was like duct taped to a fucking chair.
He was like dry heaving and
in a
stuff.
freezer.
Yeah,
That was
That's
Paul
fucked up.
Bearer. That was duct taped to the chair in the freezer.
that's fucked up.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very weird, and Hulk Hogan. It's insane to me that he doesn't get it. That he doesn't get.
I think he does get it. He just doesn't. He's doubling down.
No, it's just because it was California.
I don't think he gets it though. I don't think he gets that.
The liberals.
Why people are not. Yeah, I think he thinks it's just a political divisiveness. I don't think he realizes in a way that he's kind of hurting his legacy.
Yeah.
He's never really publicly come out and apologized for dropping the N-bombs. He's never really truly addressed a lot of those issues.
Did Mark Henry offer to like help him
stretch him?
Yeah, you want to rehabilitate?
Didn't Mark Henry
educate him?
Fuck him up.
Educate him on what he did was wrong. Like he has no understanding of it.
Yeah.
Like I think Hulk Hogan's one of those dudes who's like, well, everybody drops N-bombs in private spaces, right? Like that's his mentality more than likely. And then being like, oh, my faith, my Christianity, this and that, and I had drink this beer, bam, come smell this.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking bananas. And on top of that, was it a few months back? He was like, well, wrestling fans, they'll look at all the the stuff that Chris Benoit did. Wrestling fans forgave him.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
What?
Yeah.
He doesn't get it.
Also, why is Bam Margera at a beer fucking
Because
event?
he's an addict, bro.
Why is he at a beer event?
He's a celebrity. He was at Hogan's, I think, bar, but he's a celebrity. So you're going to be at
Bro,
this
you're
event.
putting yourself in a position to drink.
Yeah, I look. I don't think it's for sure.
If I was a fucking heroin addict, I wouldn't book a flight to a poppy field field in Afghanistan and go, God damn it! I can't believe they made me fucking do heroin.
Up here. Who could have foreseen these consequences of my action?
Come on now.
I just can't wait till he opens his Times Square bar because he was promoting that too.
Who?
He is going to lose every.
Hogan's opening a Times Square bar?
Yep.
How big's the bar?
I mean, it's Manhattan, so
is it like a hole in the wall?
No, it's not in Times Square.
Well, I mean, Times Square is a hole in the wall, actually, but
yeah.
I
mean, if it's not a big giant ESPN zone style thing, I mean, I don't see why that wouldn't work.
Right, but it's delusional ass Hogan.
Yeah,
bro, he's a real American.
He's gonna fuck
brother.
Up.
I think WWE. So WWE is like he also said that he's the owner of the beer company along with another guy and WWE. And
they're partnered with Pabst, right?
Yeah, I just don't.
So it's Pabst Blue Ribbon in a different can.
Pretty much. I think Pat McAfee even says he's like, oh, kind of tastes like Busch Light.
Ooh.
And Hogan's
then Hogan got mad because he thought he said Bud Light.
Oh yeah, that was
Busch Light.
That's the other thing. That's what he said. He's like, well, Bud Light like marginalized their clientele,
but it's not. It's not a.
They made that mistake.
I thought it was like a heavy, like a Budweiser.
I
thought it was
the light beer.
It's a light beer.
Yeah,
it's yellow water.
Why am I not drinking Real American?
Well, I'll give you a reasons.
You do fit the demo.
You fit the demo. Listen to this guy. Fucking Bobby shows up all of a sudden. You're tough. I love you, Pumps.
Come through that television right now.
I love you too, Blue Tista.
Blue Tista. Bro, all my fucking. Come on now.
I'm just surprised you haven't dropped a cud yet.
I haven't done my Paul Walker impression lately.
Right.
Are there any more news and notes from the world of professional wrestling, fellas?
I think we covered it all, man.
Did we?
I mean, we didn't cover
anything. Anybody die?
Enzo and Big Cash reunited on the Jericho Cruise.
Yeah, I heard the Jericho Cruise was. Didn't a guy who else got hurt? Somebody got hurt.
Oh, I don't know. I can't imagine going on a cruise for that.
The Jericho Cruise doesn't sound fun whatsoever.
It's a total fucking.
Not now. Like the first one I wanted to go to because AEW did that live broadcast from there. But I wouldn't go now.
Bro, being on a fucking cruise liner with like 6,000 dudes and we're not in the military
like wrestling fans. Dude.
Doesn't fucking sound appealing whatsoever.
I mean, it could be fun, cool. We'll get into, but I just want the.
I'll go to an event with 6,000 dudes.
Yeah,
and
I
watch
want the
a show.
luxury to be able to
I don't
leave
want to spend 4 days with them.
on a cruise with no.
Well, they
internet.
tried to
Fighting
make
over
it
the
like a
chocolate
floating
fountains,
wrestle
fucking fighting over the pepperoni pizza refill.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, there's chicks that go on this thing.
I mean,
They've got to feel
They're
that's got to be wild.
They're DEI fan. I don't know.
Listen, if Jericho was gonna like have like, all right, never mind. This we can't. I can't.
no, say it. No, say it.
No, say it.
This is what I've been waiting for.
If Jericho was gonna have, some workers, brother.
But Nathan said
Some prostitutes?
Yeah,
he's pulling
that's why I
Oh.
didn't say it.
sex workers.
Yeah, if Jericho's gonna have like 2,000 chicks to the 8,000 guys,
Nathan's basically pulling a bender here. He's like, I'm gonna have my own cruise with.
I didn't want to
blackjack
say it.
and
You
with
guys
hookers.
fucking
Yeah.
Bobby Muscle.
Forget about the cruise.
I just doesn't sound fun.
Again, when they tried to make it like a WrestleCon, yes.
Bro, no part
But
of me
do I
wants to
just
go to
want to be
Wrestle.
trapped in the middle of the ocean with Jericho?
Bro,
No.
no part of me wants to go to WrestleCon for 4 days and not be able to go home. Like, why does that sound appealing?
Yeah, I want to be able to.
I mean, you get a room. You're not sleeping on the deck.
Have you been on a cruise?
Yes.
You see the same fucking people every day.
I didn't leave the room, brother.
Yeah, I know. Just I'm out on the wrestling.
The name of the episode should be Pumps Fucks.
I thought it was V card.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was fear. It was fear in the V. It was Bush, fear, and V card.
Pablo finger blast Alicia Silverstone.
I did
Lock,
not.
stock, and Bush fears V card.
Shout out to whoever's viewing it on Instagram, by the way. I'm sorry I'm not keeping an eye on. I think people are viewing. Okay, no.
Thanks for everything, Mark Wahlberg.
I'm not sorry. Pumps, do you have anything to plug, my friend?
No, our roller derby bout on March 1st got canceled due to venue
Oh, Bobby, also, Pumps is a roller derby coach.
issues.
He matches that.
Whoa, what does that mean?
He fits the
Okay,
description.
first of all, my wife's the team captain. So,
He said if he had to guess
I'm
what you
just
did,
kidding.
his top 3 choices would be roller derby coach.
Yeah, easily.
people don't even know derby exists.
That's fire.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, so our
I'm just
first
kidding.
bout
Pops.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
got canceled due to venue issues,
Boo.
which there might be some butt fuckery going on,
Literally.
but, well, with the venue.
Okay.
But I don't want to speak on that on air. So,
We hope you have
No, I
a
got
job.
shit going on.
We hope you have a job next week.
I hope I don't.
But if your wife's listening, we hope
Yeah, no, I'll definitely have a job with it. But also, there is a 0% chance that she's ever watched.
Pablo Ramiro Estevez,
what do I have to plug?
tell us about it. Tell us about the channel.
Deeper Issues Nerdcast, baby. I will be up at Golden Apple on Tuesday the 11th.
You're wearing a Golden Apple t-shirt
I am
today
wearing
as well.
Golden Apple. Look, Golden Apple is
Doesn't get by me.
they're awesome.
They're very cool.
They're having a signing with Daniel Warren Johnson, who wrote the Eisner-winning Transformers series. Writer-artist Daniel Warren Johnson. Do a power bomb, very relevant to this show. Murder Falcon, Wonder Woman, Scorched Earth. Amazing creator. Probably one of the best creators in the game right now. I'll be hopefully getting a little on-air interview with him. And other than that, we'll be reading Bug Wars on the Wednesday episode from Jason Aaron. Yeah, that's.
How do you choose which book you're going to read each week on Deeper Issues?
It depends on the hype
Okay.
around certain books, but for the most part, we pick what's the most accessible thing. What you need no context or previous knowledge to
Standalone.
be able to not just it could be an ongoing series, but like what's the easiest thing to get into? And then now we're trying to make our things a little bit more topical, which is why we talked about American Psycho, the trade that dropped this week, almost a little bit about like the things that contribute to or have been hijacked by toxic male culture, kind of just fit into almost my theme of the week is a discussion that I was having with one of my siblings. And
I feel like that's our theme of the week as well.
yeah,
Toxic male culture, just the other way.
Every week here on the Abdominal Stretch.
Now that we've added Bobby, it's fucking the testosterone level is
Over.
through the roof.
Bug Wars has
Hey, have you watched Invincible yet, Pablo?
I have not
The new
gotten,
season?
I haven't gotten through the new season.
Yeah.
I have not either, but I love that show.
But I did interview one of the voices.
Did you watch it, Pumps?
Yeah, it's just the first 3,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I haven't jumped on
but it's good.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I
Great show.
haven't watched season 2.
Oh, you haven't? It's a great show.
It is
Love
a great
it.
show. It's a great comic. Kirkman,
Yeah.
great on it. And all the voice actors are amazing on it. But
Yeah.
I haven't caught up.
Bobby,
Yes, sir.
do you have anything to plug, my friend?
It was great.
Where can we find you?
Bobby_Escobosa on Instagram.
Okay.
Same thing as Twitter.
Yep.
Yep, that's it.
We appreciate you working the boards today for us, brother.
Of
Yeah.
course, thank
Do
you.
appreciate
Glad to
it.
be here.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. What did we go? We went 215.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of the Royal Rumble review, I think.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
I think on the regular weekly level, we'll be a little bit under that. But we want to thank everybody for watching.
What I got here, Brian? Let's go to a match.
That's it. I'm out. And I
yeah.
Pablo always plays me out. I'm a fucking goddamn thing. Yeah.
Piece of shit that you brought on here.
On all the things.
Oh, wait, let me explain something.
Is it playing?
We
Yeah,
disagree
you got
about a
little
lot of
views.
things. I
That's
never
funny.
meant
I
to
like
do
that.
He just went
We have to
overboard.
talk about this in
Oh,
pre-prediction
and he
meeting.
apologized.
Bobby
I don't
didn't see
believe
this
you,
though.
dickhead.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Find me at
believe
Nathan
what you're
Esco on all the things.
How do you want me to
Deeper
prove it to you?
Nerdcast.
There's no way
Be
you
nice
my
to each
fucking
other.
phone.
You say give it
watch
a
her.
rest. We say give it the abdominal stretch. No need to take a play off. Abdominal stretch. Rope for leverage. Have a beverage. Hope the ref doesn't check. Abdominal stretch. Stay awake, bro. I'm Waco. I'm David Koresh. Why the hate, bro? Let's work slow. Abdominal stretch. Gut